Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are on the community server today. Welcome to the stream. Okay, that thing needs to go away. So, we have a couple things to do today. We're going to run over to the hub. Ed on a community server has prepared a final space elevator factory for us to turn on today. And then we're going to switch over to a local save and we're going to tour some Easter eggs that some of the people have built on the server. Some of them I have not seen. I just need to, hopefully this does not kill me because we're on the dedicated server and sometimes the tick rate will get you. You turn the fog off. Or we got to make it over to the space elevator. I have to see chat. Oh, good. Everybody's here. We got... Oh, hey, Max. Oh, where's the space elevator? There it is. Kalani's here. Max is here. Ed's here. Oh, am I going to make it? A little bit of jetpacking as the server slowly loads. No, someone didn't come in and destroy everything. And here we are, sort of loading. Somebody's already... Oh, I'm out of fuel. Oopsie. I wasn't paying attention. Ah, here we are. Oh, there's no items. We're not sending the space elevator yet, Ed. Hellraiser. Ed has made the factory that we need to turn on. So we're going to turn this on, and the server will start producing all of the items for the safe space elevator. It's not a massive factory, but it's one that will get the job done. And wow, we got more power. That must be Skills' factory. So we're going to switch this on, and it's official. The space elevator parts have started. Parts are coming. So he has been building this little factory here, pulling in parts from the hub and all over the server. It's going to be a little bit of a slow grind, but it's going to do the job. Let's take a quick look around. See what he's doing. What we got here? Oh, I gotta jump on Discord. Okay. I am not on Discord at the moment. What are we doing? Parts haven't all come up. He'll have to check this. Let me switch over so I can hop in the Discord at the very least. And there we go. So, guessing we have our basic parts here. Automated wiring. We got some people coming in. Versatile framework. Smart plating. I guess I could switch to hover pack. Let's go upstairs. Check it out. What's this one doing? This one's doing modular engine, waiting for the smart plating. We got Kaylani on Discord. We got Ed. Sure, Hellraiser will be around. We are checking out. Adaptive control units. That's waiting on the automated wiring. We have more up here. Pressure cubes. And assembly directory systems. Somebody's a little quiet. This one's going to be doing server. Uh-oh. Autosave. Autosave. This one's not plugged in. I don't think your particle accelerator's plugged in, Ed. Wow, that was... Every time there's a server lag on a dedicated server as a client, I always feel like I'm in one of those Daniel LaBelle videos. Is it plugged in? Oh, it is plugged in. All right, we're good. Just waiting on parts. I don't know where all the parts will come from. It's probably going to take a few minutes to saturate because some of the parts are coming and we just turned it on. All right. So we'll check back probably later with that. What's that? It's quiet. Run out of power. You're probably not going to be there, just going to sit back and relax for watching them. That's fine. Anshi, how you doing? I'm going to butcher names, I'm sorry. It sounds familiar. Were you one of the ones that showed me your factory? We're going to switch over. We're going to let this run. I'll let this run. Maybe we'll come back later in the stream and check on it, see how we're doing. But it's going to have to run for a little bit, and Ed might have to diagnose if there's any problems with it. It's going to be slow, but that's okay. One thing I need to do is try to start the other build of Satisfactory. From Epic. I don't know if it'll let me. And then we're going to switch over and do a local save tour. It's a little easier than touring on the server. What I do like is he did it on the side. This is cool right here. This is really cool. Where he has all of the items feeding over to his little space elevator build. We've got everything here. Supercomputers, control units, turbo motors. A lot of these are from Kaylani's factory over in the Blue Crater. This one's from Sid. He did a ton of heavy modular. He did a big modular frame factory. Showed up on the server and helped out. I am just waiting for the other Satisfactory. There we go. Does it have the mods loaded? Yes. Let me just bring up my computer. We'll have to see if this will switch over. So we're going to, in just a second, as soon as I get the other one loaded, we're going to switch over to the local save. Look underneath now, belts everywhere. Oh, let's take a quick look. Look underneath. Don't think I did. I've been since the start of your Discord. Oh, Anchi. Oh, yeah. Well, there's been a few names, but if we don't talk very often, it's kind of hard to keep track of everyone. But the name is familiar. Maybe you posted some comments or something. And so many belts under here. I've had a few floors like this in some of my personal saves over the years. Under the hub. Oh, we got to go check under the hub. Where? We are on the other side of the factory, huh? Go check under the hub. I have no idea what OBS is going to do with two Satisfactory clients running at the same time right now. And what'll happen. There we go. Belt Mayhem. Did he clip anything? That's the key. Anybody spot any clipping? Did he do it clean? He made it work? Oh, you don't participate on Discords anymore, Ansi? I'm going to be butchering your name. I don't see anything. This is what a belt floor looks like. Properly done. No clipping. That's why you need a walkway down here so you can, like, walk and see it. It's when you clip through everything that you want to hide it and be like, you can't see this. It's clean. But there's everything. Turn on a light. All right, let's see. Will I be able... Yeah, the other one's... All right, the other one's loaded. I'm going to log off this. Hopefully, we'll see... Hopefully, we'll not go to black screen. Hopefully, OBS will pick up the other Satisfactory. Hopefully. We will see. And... Because it both kind of picks up the same thing. All right, so... I'm going to exit to desktop on this, and we're going to swap over. We can jump back over here later and check on the server. So now we're going to jump over... There we go. There we go. Very quick. Black screen transition. So we are in the dedicated server world, but we are in a local save where we have some mods so we can fly around a little bit more. We're going to check out just a few factories real fast. There's some Easter eggs that some people have left. And we're going to see if we can check them out. And there's one of the factories, two of them I know what they are, and one of them I have no idea. That's Kaylani's factory, so we're going to see it live today. I have not looked at it. So we're going to go check out first. We're going to check out Skill's little stuff that he did in the north, which is way up here. We'll start from my original fuel factory. And I believe there's a train ride he wants to do, so let's see if I have enough for a train here. This one? Okay, good. So we're going to jump in the train. Northwest Oil Depot. So he has a little train Easter egg that he spent some time on. I have not actually seen his factory in the last few days. I went over and checked this out a few days ago. It was pretty cool what he did. But I haven't seen, he's gotten further progress on it, so I haven't seen what he's done. He turned on recently, like 20 gigs. It's the same in City Skylines. You can hide your crimes easy with a little bit of spamming of the trees. But in Satisfactory, it's game over. Yeah, I remember I learned there was, when it was Drawing Chaos, he did a video once. And here we're coming up on the cool little Easter egg that he did. He did a video once, and he was some sort of do-it-all factory. And we go underwater tunnel, which is pretty cool. And he did one, and then he had a little scene where he looked down at the pancake floor, and you just saw belts just crossing over each other, and he was like, nothing to see here, and he covered it up. I just laughed. Just hide those pancake floors away. Hey, now we're gonna stop. I think in servers I can, non-servers I can delete. No, can't delete. Gotta wait till it stops. I guess it doesn't matter though. Let's go check it out. Let's go see his little quick factory. So that tunnel was cool. Yeah, I love that tunnel. And Kaylana, you did the little bridge over there, right? I remember you posting a screenshot in like the dark fog with the train coming at you. That was pretty sick. I like what he did here. His walkways are great. This pipe thing is fun. Oh, it's good too. No clipping. I gotta admit, I don't know how Skills does it. He has like an old Core 2 quad computer with, I don't know, like 8 megabytes or 8 gigabytes of RAM or something. I have no idea how he does it. How he takes a while to load, and yet he still does these nice clean factories. I like how he did this. He's got him sitting on water a little bit. That's cool. His walkways are nice. Just right down the middle of the factory. Oh, Abrams, you did the 4-way interchange. Oh yeah, we gotta go check that out. So Abrams though, so this is just his diluted fuel factory. He's got more plans. He's gonna do like plastic and rubber over here as well. Yeah, this is the cool little bridge that Abrams built coming through the tunnel. I don't know the full thing over there, but yeah, he's got this cool, we can switch to jetpack. Yeah, he did a good job. I love the clear floors. Yeah, the clear floors in there are great. Seeing the water around the diluted fuel and everything like that, it looks great. So we have this cool little bridge that, yeah, Abrams did. And somebody posted on Discord, there was like this bridge at night with a big heavy fog going on, and the train was like coming right at him, and they said like, this is scary. I was like, it's a really cool picture on the Discord. All right, so let us check out this thing over here. This is the computer factory that I believe Abrams did, right? And this was something that you all worked on, doing that lovely like Lotus interchange. It looks like you've still got some platforms left over from your build, but these things are always gorgeous and so time consuming. It's a really tight sort of Lotus build. Yeah. I know I have the mod Hellraiser. I was kind of jumping. I promised Kaylani I was going to jump on foot when we got to his factory. So I was just kind of looking around. And then, yeah, I forgot because we've been... Oh my god, my eye's in like a good way or a bad way. It looks really good from up here. Reminds me of cities again. Yeah, this thing is... This runs all the way... This runs back to the hub, the train tracks. There's a road underneath that we originally built on the early server. And that runs over to part of the fuel factory and all the way over to the hub, which we could quickly dive down, but the train tracks look like they end there. They haven't made up. There is another train track that runs over to another small fuel factory over there. Oh, this is another thing that Skills has done. I haven't even looked at it. I think he's got a little self-going factory that he's doing here. Simple, but at the same time, he's done some nice work with the walls and the glass. It's got nice color. I don't have a problem with it. All right. We are going to check out another Easter egg. Fly past some stuff. Let it load. There, that one really needs decorating. The battery factory that we did a couple streams ago, I did a little decorating on it. It needs some work. I was trying not to spend forever on it, but fly medium. I'm not flying too fast. So it just got a little bit of work. It needs a top, but it still runs. It gives us batteries. It works. Over here, I was playing with the pillars in a circle, trying to do something with it. I don't know what I was doing there. I was just messing around. All right, we're gonna jump over to the swamp really fast. There's a little, and then after the swamp, there's a little train station. This train station over here, and then there's a little, there's Kaylani's factory. We're gonna go check out and see. I don't no idea what we're gonna find out. So, well, don't stop flying. Stop flying. That's like jetpack. And so this is something I'm building for an aluminum project, which I might have to get some people to help out simply because I don't know if I will have enough time to finish it. It's like every aluminum in the world. But I kind of had some fun with it, and down here, I was working on a little bit of a Easter egg area. So I have some like train tracks hanging on the side, like spare train tracks. And then there's some more of it over here. Just for fun, just kind of have them like extra, because I had all this room down here after I did the belts. And then I did this funny thing where I said, pardon the mess, it's temporary, I swear. And I have this absolutely dumb, like, complete mess of stuff down here. You know, I put these things on, like, walls hanging off the side. There's extra ladders, some different parts. Just left some parts laying everywhere. This one I used a beam. I used a beam to sort of set up and just had it laying there. And I just threw parts everywhere just as my fun little leave my mess sort of thing. Yeah, that's kind of what it was supposed to be. It was just this little Easter egg for anybody that kind of came up and walked in here and showed up. Just a little fun. Used by real people, yeah. So it was just too much. I just threw items down. These were just regular pillars. I would throw one up and then rotate it like this, and then because it was you can't really like rotate it on the ground. So I put one up, and then I would just rotate it to the one I want, and then just, you know, zoop it back down, and that way I left a few. Same thing when I did the top one. I just brought it up and rotated on top, and just threw a few parts down, some random stuff. So yeah, and this was a cool thing that somebody showed me their save. Showed me how to do this, and this one I think I've mentioned before. And all you do is you lay down some things like this, and then you can set up walls like this, so it can look like, and then you just have these little beam connectors like they're holding it. So super easy to do, and he had it set up to where he pulled it off a wall, so I decided to steal that idea. It's been a long time since he showed me, but I did that. I added one more little tidbit at the bottom here. And that was for this. I had this one panel in here pulled off, and so I left a few more parts. And I put a little pipe, and I had the power running through here, and the light control, so that I could set up the lights. So I figured this would be a fun little way to leave some stuff. So if I wanted to turn the power off for the train tracks for some odd reason, from the train tracks. And then this one was a pain, but yeah, another thing where I used a beam to sort of get it at a weird angle. And then got it to lay down, and then I put another beam to look like it just was laying around. So just another little thing, just another little. And this was another thing where these pipes. I found these floor holes. They'll sit against like actual walls. I was like, oh, cool. You can just sit them up like it's kind of the thing running through the floor, but it's like that's an interesting way to like maybe add some random decoration. So. That was about it for this. It was just a little fun when I built this huge train station down here to get all of the bauxite in the swamp. And down here, I thought someone would come check thinking they'd find something, so I put a dumb sign. I couldn't help it. I was like, I'm not doing another one. Yeah, control click lets you place barriers. It's a great way to kind of give depth to your walls too. You can use the barriers to help place, and you can do angles obviously too. All right, one more. We got to go find Kaylani's factory, so we're gonna go find it over here. And he told me to go in on foot. And I think you said go in from the train station or something. We'll fly around it real fast. And this is his factory. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. Holy moly. That is cool. He's got it supported down at the base. What's that down there? Oh my goodness. He's got little things everywhere. I love what he did. He used he used all the quarter pipes and made some cool look at the building. Oh, look at this. Oh, he used the new turns on the outside and used those single windows. That's a cool effect. The bottom platform because I could fail and couldn't jetpack up. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's cool. I like this design. Are we still in fast mode? Back to medium. This is where he's doing a lot of stuff in here. I don't actually know. Where did you want me to go in from the train station? The bottom platform is because I fell and couldn't jump. Where was that? There was this thing. This thing over here is your bottom platform? You have a ladder and everything that goes onto the abyss, huh? I think he said go in from the train station. Where's the train station? I guess here? So we'll go in from here. So we'll jump off. Let me come right in. We'll go in on foot. Yep, left. I left it just in case I would need it again. And yes, enter it if you took the train. So I'm pretending like I kicked the train. So we're coming here from the train. We're going to come check it out. All right, it looks like the exit's going to be... Take a quick look over here. Ooh, we got lots of... I always love seeing lots of belts move with parts. It's always a nice... Can we see through the floor? Ooh. All right, we're going to go take the walkway and see... I think I saw it over here. Yes, I see there's a walkway over there. All right. What do we got to see? We got the drone port, final assembly, and blenders. And we've got the power switch, assemblers, and nitrogen gas. Let's go take a look at the top first and see what we can find here. Ooh. Almost thought I was going to run off. Oh, I love it. Elevated above the factory. Always a nice... When you can plan your factory well enough to get some walkway space like this, which I don't. If anyone's seen my factories, the walkway space is usually limited. So what are we making here? These are radio control units. Lots of radio control units. Over here we got blenders making stuff from... Oh, these are the fused modular frames? Okay, okay. Just a container with empty canisters. Spare canisters for this build. And I see the walkway over there for... the next floor up, so let's go take a look. This is great. Nice and open, too. That's always nice. When you do, like, your floor is, like, 12 meters high, the, yeah, they can feel very, very cramped. So usually it... But if, you know, you can very easily get a very tall building, so you find some balance that you like. Drone port and final assembly. All right, final assembly. What do we got here? There's your sink. Squeeze that over here. What are we building over here? Pressure cubes. Yeah, these are all, most of the stuff I know is going to the hub, sent by drones in some cases and trains in the others, right? There's also a nitric acid coolers made there. Okay. Supercomputers. That's a sink for everything. So I know that these are sent down. I don't know if they get to the hub via drones or... Looks like some of it's sent to drone. I don't know what's running. Oh, I see this. You send them on multiple. That's nice. Yeah, because it's a very low transfer rate, so you send them all on a single drone. That's good. These things are huge. And it gets its batteries from the hub. I think, yeah, it's set up drones and trains, and I'm pretty sure the batteries it picks up the batteries from the hub. So that's where it doesn't have to have batteries here. So what are you splitting here? Oh, so you have it set up for extra stuff in the future. So pressure cubes and supercomputers are going that way. Okay. So then let us go down. I see you've got room for expansion around here. Check out the beltwork. Okay, I think he said there's an Easter egg in this factory. I'm gonna guess we're gonna go down in the coolers. He kept mentioning the cooler zone, right? Let's jump off. We're gonna find this Easter egg. He's got something hidden somewhere. Blenders. We already did the blenders. Let's see what's down here. Drone port, final assembly, and blenders. There was a sign somewhere. Oh, here we go. Power switch. Assemblers and nitrogen gas. Let's go check it out. Oh, we gotta do a ladder. We are gonna find it. Assemblers and nitrogen gas. Train logistics. Oh, okay, this is just... Ooh. Just want to quickly look it out. I can't help. Don't you just like looking around factories that someone's done? It's just fun. Oh, wow, there's a lot of belts. Is that all coming from the, Oh, cool. Is that all coming from the blue crater, Kehlani? Ah, so then we gotta go down further for the cooler zone. Let's go check it out. Assemblers and nitrogen gas. So let's go check it out over here. Ooh, I like that little circle right there. That's cool. That's down to the ground. So that's where the nitrogen is. What is this? We go way down. Well, I don't know which way to go. Let's go take a look. Some rocks and plants. Oh, is this? Just a cliff to nothingness. This is a long walkway. Oh, I see a door. Ooh, shiny. Factory's up there. Oh, I like how he placed this in here. This is nice. Tight fit. Way down low. So this was what was way down for the, What are we making in here? We're making nuclear pasta. This is cool down here. It's a very tight fit way down here for a particle accelerator. This is cool. So the pressure conversion cubes are made here, and then you're doing the nuclear pasta down here. You might be able to ship these over the hub now that the space elevator thing is turned on. Oh, this is cool. The lattice work. Let's take a look. I like it. And it's color-coded. Nice tight fit. Everything's coming down. This is great. Beautifully done. Belt work. Look at that. I like that nice turn. So everything's coming in. You need some... you need a wall. They need to add wall holes. They have floor holes now. We need wall holes so we can place wherever we want. There's been a whole box of pasta. Light control panel. Got that nice bright blue. I like that. The blue looks really futuristic, too. I love it. I think we just missed the factory, right? The wall here to the factory. What's this? I think that's about it. I think we'll be able to jump over. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool. I love this. This stairway up with all the lights, the signs, the bright lights. This is fantastic. Another boom box. You guys just placing these boom boxes everywhere? Because I... Oh, I like this. How did you do this with the lights? Oh, that's not lights. Those are signs. That is fantastic. You can do this? You can place them upside down? Oh, you can. Oh, that's cool. I don't have any parts, but that's okay. Oh, I like that. I like that. That looks sick. Big bright light. Danger, high voltage. That's what we're seeing. Another stairway up. Okay, haha. Oh, you do have a hole there. Okay, that works. Another factory tucked away for casings. Oh, yes, because you're bringing the ingots in here. I don't think we saw this. This factory everywhere. This is doing the heat sinks. This is awesome. Oh, and this is where that outside dome thing... Oh, this was underneath. The tunnel was the hook. Did I go the wrong way? Oh, I should have gone to assemblers first, but you had the nitrogen gas thing. Oh, the tunnel was the other hook to get you into the basement. Yeah, yeah. It was good. That's fantastic. Let's fly out of here. Okay. I think that's... I'm going to take one last look, real quick look at his Blue Crater factory, because we looked at it on stream like 2 weeks ago, very briefly. I don't know. I don't think he's done decoration work on it as much, but we're going to take a quick look. Actually, we'll take... This is something they're working on for nuclear, so we'll glance at that in some weeks' time. The picture, I should point out, this is from the plastic factory that I had done. And I was trying to decorate it so that I could do an actual, like, tour video, but I didn't have time. And so this is still a work in progress. And I used this for the screenshot today. And I'm going to show you a secret. It's a very important secret. You can't tell anybody. You can't tell anybody. Because then they'll find out all my secrets. And that's if you look at the other side, it's totally not done. Totally undone. I didn't have time to finish this side. So, I don't know what to do with it. I was messing around. This thing was fun. They updated the half foundations and, like, totally broke this. Because this is all half foundations, and so the clipping moved everywhere. So this is where all touching the building, and these all moved in, so I have to, like, fix this whole thing. So it's all messed up. Okay. EWD says, like my world. So, all right, you remember that Homer Simpson meme with he's like standing all like pretty on one side, and you see behind him he's like his fat's all pulled back and tied away? Yeah, that's kind of what this is right here. So I'm still working on it. It needs a little more decoration, but I think it looks pretty cool otherwise. And yeah, Hellraiser confirmed it actually is. This is going to be the aluminum factory up here. Done the water. They're all overclocked, ready to go. Just to 180. It just reduced the number of lines, because each section I was going to do for aluminum needed 180 water, so I just set it up like that. Otherwise, there'd be a lot more. So there will be oil over there. I was designing train stations to bring everything in. So a lot of work. And then this is where, like, a lot of the magic of this server happens, is over here. Kaylani's got this just framework factory just everywhere. I know he hasn't a chance to come back and decorate it, but it's done. It does a lot on this server. It does it does a ton of high-speed connectors and circuits. We kind of looked at it briefly, although I wasn't in flight mode, so we couldn't take a quick look at it. And then he added some extra power with his leftover oil. So we have a lot of things that are like mixed between power and plastic until Hellraiser and the team get nuclear up and running, which they are working on. Okay. I think we're going to do about that. I think we're going to hop over to Techtonica here in a minute. And the real question becomes, I have a small factory that I've been working on. Actually, I've gone through a couple saves for the demo. We can't load my alpha factory. It doesn't work. I have a quick scene from it. That I can use while we transition over. This is the mess of aluminum factory that needs to be replaced. But I can do two things. I can either start a fresh world and show you guys from the start, or we can just jump in with a little factory I've got going and do some building and some automation. They did a change today where they swapped from... They fixed their little crank generator thing where they had originally switched to 2 hours to fix a problem, and then they added water wheels in today, so... My factory needs power. You build into the wall in the Blue Crater is a secret copper powder. Oh. This one over here, this one in the middle is the secret copper, the copper powder factory. Gotta fly medium. This looks like coal. Or the building with the walls. This is the only one with walls that I can see. Or is it that one over there? You vote from starting from the small factory? So is this the copper powder one? Let me just go ahead and start Steam on the side here. Start up my Techtonica demo thing. Because I don't... The demo, you can actually... The demo's free. You can get it on Steam for Techtonica. And you can complete it pretty quickly. But if you're a factory builder, you want to go a little further, of course, than just quickly. Oh, there's a lot to look at. I know, this is huge. Decorating this will take time and patience. If you so desire to. There's a lot to do here. But the nice thing is you spread it out nicely, so you have a lot of room to work with. The problem is if you build a lot of people will build factories. I know I'll be guilty of this. We'll build factories and move away from this a little bit, and we'll I'll put them really close together, and then when I try to like decorate them, kind of like the plastic factory, I gave myself some space, but then yeah, I didn't really have as much room to sort of spread out from each factory, so it kind of limited what I could do. But any decoration is a difference. So, but at least if you decide to decorate this, which would be a monstrous project, you have room to decorate any of them you desire because you've spread them out, which is nice. All right, Techtonica. So I only got one vote, which was to start from the factory I've built, which is fine. At least we got some parts. We don't have to worry about doing everything from scratch. But the demo came out last Tuesday, the same day Update 6 was released. And it's, the performance of it is really good. So let me sort of... I don't need to transition over to this. We'll just have to turn it on. And then we'll update. There we go. And we can just, if we're going to jump in, we'll just load the save. We'll jump out of Satisfactory here. And we'll jump back over to the dedicated server, I think, a little later and check out the space elevator, because that'd be cool to see where it's at. And this is where I'm currently playing with my current save. I was recording some videos with it, but we're going to do a couple things today. We have to get power running again, because what happened when they released the when they released the demo, the first thing they did the first night, it was challenging because the only power you had was these crank generators, and when you would activate them, you get 5 minutes of power. And the problem is you had to activate each one individually, and they heard everybody, and then the next day they patched it and they made it 2 hours and said that was a temporary fix until they came up with a better solution. Water wheels, which was a way to automate this power, was sort of locked out in the tier progression for the demo. And so they decided, and today they patched it again and they adjusted it so that water wheels are now available in the progression tier that we have access to. So when you go over to the Victor terminal. So we actually, off the hover pack. So we actually, this little factory, most of it runs on fuel, which I set up over here. This is something I was working on. I was trying to figure out how to do a massive fuel factory. This one is massive. If anybody's seen my actual like plant matter guide, I kind of played off my hints that I did on that one. Because you could set the plant matter up as a standard factory. You could put a bunch of planters in a row and then have the Kindle Vine move over to the threshers, and the thresher would make fuel. But there's a limited number of seeds in the game, at least in the demo and the alpha, the same with the alpha. And so I set it up so that I wasn't wasting seeds at all. I figured anytime a seed was sitting on a belt or hanging here or in a queue, that it's wasting its life and doesn't want to do anything. I have a little recording of me doing this. I have to do some time lapse or something. I was planning to do video. They changed the way they did power as well. So Kindle Vine now becomes all of this stems, and the stems you can now be threshed, and you can do it, put it through another thresher again, and it makes plant matter, fiber, and like extract, which I'm not doing here. This makes 630 a minute of these stems, and they self-feed, so we'll need extract later, but it's hard to walk through. But right now, this is good for fueling like everything and beyond. I got to come back here later and do some more and make extract, because we need that for some processors and some other production lines. But yeah, we have more than enough fuel to power anything I want when it comes to smelters and drills and stuff. But assemblers run off electricity, which all I've got is these stupid crank generators, and 5 minutes doesn't cut it. So we need to actually do something about that. So we'll have to build these, and the only place of water is near the other terminal. So I'm gonna grab some ingots real fast, and we're gonna like hand build these things. I actually want to build a larger factory again. I actually have a scene from my alpha factory I can actually show you really fast. I think it's here. Maybe? If it plays, I don't know. Well, can I switch? I can try switching, see if it'll play. There we go. There we go. So this was a scene from my alpha factory. The final factory that I built was this running. You can see stuff on the right down below. You don't see the water wheels that I did in here, but there was just an absolute ton of assemblers running there. And the final stuff, that's fine. Yeah, I know I'm probably going to have more production. Right now, the only production machine they have is an assembler. I assume there's going to be different machines in the future. But, you know, obviously in the alpha and currently the demo, the only production machine they have is the assembler. So that's where, like, everything's done in the assembler. There's not a lot to do in it, but, yeah, for the alpha, my goal was to get their final space. The final parts for the terminal was a lot, and I was, like, trying to get everything done in 5 hours, and that's what this factory did. It was about 5 to 6 hours. So we'll switch back to the gameplay. Wow, we can't make a lot of water. Wow, that needs so much iron. Holy moly. But I know if it's the same, I don't know what they changed. But this before could run, one water wheel could run 2 crank generators. So that might be enough. We'll go set it up. But the problem is we're going to have to get the power all the way down here, because I decided to build way down here at the starting area like I did in the alpha playthroughs. And all the water's up here, so I'll also have to run some power floors or something all the way down there to power that factory. Or I'll build a factory up here. I've still got to dig out a lot of nodes. There's not as much endgame stuff to do. The demo kind of ends when you complete the final terminal stuff. It doesn't end, but you can keep playing, but that's kind of like the end of the progression in the demo. And it's a lot of fun. The performance improved a lot in the demo, so I really recommend people like download it and try it. And also, if you complete the demo, which you could do in just a few hours, you can get a special Discord role on the Techtonica Discord server. So a good time to do it during the demo, so you can get that little green roll color, so you can get your name. There's only, I remember last night, there was only like 70 people on the Discord server that had done it. Most of the people, I guess, on Steam are not on Discord for Techtonica. The devs were like, yeah, most are playing the demo or not on it. But I'd recommend, if you want to get on the Techtonica servers and get that special role, get your Steam, download the game, play it for a few hours, get your roll, get your feet wet. So, water wheels. We have some. Is it done? I gotta put it in my thing. I need some crank generators too, so we'll put it there. And we better make a few cranks. I haven't automated this. I haven't made them all. It's kind of the stuff I want to do. I want to make them all. I want to make make a couple things. But for water wheels, if we put it down, 5. We've only made, where is it? F5. So invalid placement. So I think you can start it near a wall. So I'm going to have to dig and go down there. So I think we're going to do it like over here, and then we'll try to run a power floor down.
Good. Now that you've got a water wheel placed, build and place a second one right next to it. You'll see they connect automatically.
I'm curious.
After that, connect 4 more to it for a total of 6.
Did they record this for the demo because they decided to add it in, or did they have that ready to go already? I'm curious. Because they added this in pretty quickly. So you can connect the wheels like this. And if I remember right, if it's the same as it was in alpha, we're gonna have to clear some space off here. We should be able to do 2 crank generators for every wheel. Now they might change this mechanic a little bit, I don't know. But now we're level. Do we have any? We don't have a crank generator yet, do we? Maybe I should go steal the 4 from there because they're useless while I'm still hand building them. I love that tool. Satisfactory needs something like that. I know the mole is awesome. It's better later. Right now, it gets when you use it, it'll overheat, so you have to let it cool. But a few tiers, a little bit later, like in the alpha, we had access to it when you can make coolant from Shiverthorn. The coolant you can just keep it in your inventory, and the coolant will absorb all the heat. And I know the tech tree is going to have a lot of stuff. There's a lot of, you can see right here, there's a lot of stuff connected to the mole. There's going to be like a large mode and a subtract mode, and we didn't see any of them in the demo, or the alpha, but I saw the text there, so that just means there's going to be a lot you can do with it a little further on. I don't know exactly when early access is going to come. They say soon, but I don't know what soon is. Everybody in this kind of industry has heard the word soon. So soon could be a couple months down the road. It could be 6 months. I have no idea. Soon TM. Yes, exactly, Max. All right, so I have some cranks. It should line up, and it should turn the crank generator for me, which is perfect. That's what we want. So now it turns, and we don't have to. In theory, let's take away these 2 water wheels and see if we can do 2 cranks. Is it the same 2-to-1 ratio? Yes. Oh, we haven't put a power floors underneath it. Well, that's fine. I only have 8 power floors. I need to go pick up power floors. Here. No. Give me. All right, that should be 128. Good. So they're both generating 64. No issues. Now, it's when you put another one down. I need to go get more power floors. So unprepared as usual. So we're going to double check this. So we're going to try putting 3 down with 1 wheel. And in theory, yes, it's doing the same thing. So it's like it drops 2. It's almost like it's working too hard. If I put another one on, you'll still see 128. It's weird what it does when you have this. But if we add another water wheel, this should work fine. See, 192. So yeah, so same 2-to-1 water wheel ratio. They're backwards, doesn't matter. They improved the model though. I like this. The model looked kind of like you see the picture here in alpha. This thing, that's what the model in alpha kind of looked like. So I saw they had posted a screenshot of the updated thing before the demo, and yeah, it looks much better now. Although yeah, the water's still flowing this way and the wheels are going that way, but that's okay. So we need to power our factory. So I need to clear out some space. I actually was going to play some music too. That's what I need to do. This ground is definitely higher than it was. Now, the one nice thing is that the mole, with the current design, doesn't ever dig down. So when you're trying to level out something right now, it's very easy. If you want to dig down, get your pickaxe up and dig down and then fire the mole off, and that'll help you dig down. But otherwise, if you're just trying to level stuff, it works great. So, like, your current level is, like, where it levels off. And you can't damage this. The water stuff currently is protected areas, so you can't change the shape of the water. That's the one thing right now that's kind of fixed. So the water sources are not expandable currently. So, we are going to have to get some power floors. I have some more cranks here, so that's 4. Maybe we'll put some on the other side. I don't know. 4 shouldn't be enough to get this factory started, but we're going to have to dig our way down. Or just bring power floors all the way down. Something. So the map, the echo sketch is really cool how you get this 3D map. And this changes as you deform the terrain. And you can kind of see where it's red, that's kind of terrain at the same level you're at. And the other stuff is level you're not. So it's pretty cool how it can pick up changes in the terrain that I've done. Like that big square factory you can see over there is where all the things are. And I always think this is funny. I think this is like an Etch-a-Sketch. I can definitely tell it was modeled something like that. I want to grab those 2 knobs and just start drawing dumb lines because I'm a child. I should turn this mode off. So we need power floors. I've had this little basic factory running, and it just does all the basic stuff you need in the demo, and it also did power cores originally, and then I stopped doing that. And I started making these because I wanted to be able to make fast inserters. So this is where my power floors are. Let's go grab some power floors. We're going to have to figure out something to get the power floors over here so we can actually get this factory turned back on and then start actually building an actual factory. And that thing always does that. What is it, 6 already? Wow. I think for the power floor, we have 2 choices. We can either build the factory up here, or we're gonna get, but we need to get power floors down there. So I'm gonna have to dig down because I did not expect this change today. So maybe we're gonna dig a tunnel and then dig up. So we'll use the map. This is gonna take a moment, but it's gonna get our factory powered because there's no water down there. Time has been yeah, time goes fast. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do, since this is kind of the level of our factory, is we're gonna go straight north with this. We just need to dig far enough forwards and then we'll go straight up, and that way we can run like a power floor straight down. They actually have some high voltage cables and stuff in a little later progression, but that was in the alpha, and I played with them a little bit, and they worked at first, and then they stopped working or something, but yeah, they're not in the demo. So the only way to move our power around is through the power floors. So we have to connect them all the way there. I don't know if the stairs do it. The power stairs, or at least they used to be called stairs, they didn't transfer power. So I just gotta watch the heat, because if it overheats, then we have to wait. I'll show you what it's like. I'm just gonna hold down the mouse button. And that is what happens when it overheats. And you just gotta wait until it gets down to 0. But as I said, later in the progression, they had coolant, which was a part also for like cooling systems and stuff, some that you needed for some other things. And that coolant you could just have in your inventory, and it would absorb the heat, and you would just use up coolant as you worked, which was way easier because you didn't have to deal with this heat. But I always assumed that it was still a little slow going. Even with coolant, it was a little slow going just because there's not like massive improvements beyond that in the alpha. But even the alpha was only a limited amount of progression. It was just a few extra like unlocks above the demo. So I assume if you look at the actual unlock thing, the technology tree, at least in the demo, they're listed here. We've got, what's this? There's 3 more, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 unlocks, and there's probably going to be more than that. I don't know. This might be it. But so there's a lot of stuff in all these things that there's going to be unlockable, at least with the current UI. I don't know if there's beyond that or another. So I assume that, you know, you get into the later games of Techtonica, once we get access to it, that clearing space with the mole is going to be fast, and you might even be able to add stuff back. There was like a subtract mode and an add mode. I saw them in the tech tree in the alpha. You can see in the top right, we're almost there. This is the slowest part. So if I'm like recording a video early on, this is the part which takes. If I try to like dig out, if you see me do a video and you actually watch it, if you see me do a video and I'm like, let me dig out a big thing, and like you flashes and 2 seconds later, I've been doing this for like 2-3 hours. It depends. Smart people are gonna use the terrain that's open already, like the Victor Terminal area. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna build a big square with this thing. But it's not too bad. Gives you a ton of this limestone. You don't even need to. There's 2 limestone nodes in the game, and you don't even need them because you get so much limestone just using the mole. Also, there's infinite inventory now in the demo. It kind of expands as you get stuff because in the alpha, everything would delete. All right, I think up here, we're like right in the cliff thing. Let's go just past the cliff. This may be, I don't know where the best idea is, but we're gonna go. Overheated. Right here will be fine. We'll go straight up. Oh, nice. Wasn't that deep. So we'll go up and do it now. Oh, I got power floors. So let's, at the very least, why not? We're going to cover the whole thing in power floors. We'll at least get it out to the end of the tunnel. Into here. Click. Wait. This will work. So we'll... All right. So we now have power floors down here. We're going to have to build a tower, but let's go up top and see what we can do. Whoa! Oopsie. I dug a hole in the ceiling of my walkway up. Whoopsie. Build a little bridge here. And that'll work for now. You could light this tunnel up, but I like the way the mushrooms light up this tunnel, so I don't really like put lights down. I just think it looks cool, all the glowing underground lights. Okay. There's our ugly tunnel. Now we just need to build some power floors up. But I have lots now, so we can make it pretty and hide this stuff. Actually, I could cover this up, and we can jump down. Maybe build from the bottom? And that way we don't lose this space, so it'll look like it's a power floor up there. We'll just, it'll be a ground, and then we can put more cranks on it. Building up and down, they have a zoop, kind of like a zoop for, apparently I need to erase this wall. They have this zoop mode for the horizontal plane, but they don't have anything for the vertical. So that's one thing I think they need to add is some sort of a vertical sort of, because you can go nuts with this, but just in the horizontal plane. So building up and down can be just a little extra work, but not too bad. All right, and can make sure we're connected. There we go. Now we got power. And you can see it's different because it runs blue, so when it's powered, these little blue lights appear on the floor. There is a bug, even when you connect it the first time, it doesn't show up. Usually I'll throw if you try it and you're like, why doesn't it show up blue? Just put a power floor on top of it and delete it. That fixes the visual bug. And good, our factory's running. Everything else, just the assemblers are powered by electricity. Everything else runs off fuel. And we have a couple different types of fuel here. We have our starter fuel, which is just plant matter, stuff I dug up everywhere as I was playing. You just get tons of it. As you can see, I have a massive container of it. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's smooth. It's fun. The demo is definitely it's quick. You can take it further. I have got like a whole Excel spreadsheet with like all the numbers in it. I did find out that most of the UI, it seems like at least for the demo, most of the the UI tells you the time for your personally building it. So if you have like an internal assembly, that's why if I want to build a conveyor belt and it shows up down here, it'll do all the parts too, like Dyson Sphere and I think probably Factorio. But all those times for it is for that internal assembler. But I found that for the production machines, for the assemblers, it looks like they add like 33%, or yeah, like 33% to the time, which is fine because someone pointed out you can do it in parallel. Yeah, I'm not really crazy with Excel. I had to pick up a few tricks when it came to Techtonica because I don't normally have to like plan it out. And this was just a very basic factory that I said, a small factory that I put together that, if I turn it on, it's just making the basic parts. Because it was really easy, because, like, power floors just needed wire and ingots, and then I just make wire here. And originally I was making red cores here, because it needed wire and mechanical components. So I just had red cores, which are all there. I have all the red cores I need, so I didn't need them anymore. So I just stuck them all up there. No, I'd say it's not more mathy. It's just the fact that they didn't build in a lot of the numbers into the machines and stuff into the UI yet. So in reality, I think they just kind of wanted people to sort of just play in that sense, almost like, I guess, where you would do like earlier Factorio, where you just sort of fill belts up. You know, you put them in machines. You know, obviously, if the belt's not got enough, you could always add more to the belt. I'm assuming they're going to add more numbers and stuff to the UI, but it's not really that mathy. You can't overclock or underclock the machines currently. It can be really chill. There's no enemies in this game, so if you just want to do some sort of just chill factory work and stuff like that. Balance-wise, I don't know. They changed the numbers all for the demo, and I think that was so that you could produce a lot with very little, because the numbers are way higher in the demo than they were in alpha. Except for some of these, like even this. I think it used to produce like 100 per minute. Now it does like 200. Or 180 or something. It's nuts. And some things are requiring, the numbers just are all different, and it's okay. And since I don't have an end game to work for, like stack inserters and crank generators and stuff, I'm not really sure what I want to do, but I still want to play it a little bit beyond its demo design. At least I want to go mine all the mines and like maybe just build a bunch of stuff and say, hey, yay, I did a lot of stuff. So I'll be doing a little bit in my spare time. And I want to do something with this. I've been trying to work all the math out for the other fuel, and it's really weird. And the one thing that they need in this game is some kind of sync, because converting the stems into if I had if you take a stem, let me put it in here, the stems will convert into another fuel type you can use. This extract you need for some things, and this other plant matter, which was like fuel in the alpha. So you can use this for fuel too. It's actually a little bit more efficient than these stems, but you have this extract and you have these stems, and you can use the extract for like biobricks, which is nice. You can use a little bit of extract for biobricks and also processors. The problem is that the numbers just don't work out in an easy way, that you'll end up with a situation where one's going to overflow and then stop production. And obviously you could set up a bunch of containers to sort of deal with it, like nuclear waste and Satisfactory. But so the one thing I think they need, this kind of design I think was a little rough for the early game. So that's why I've got like stems. I'll have to do some of it to do processors, but it leads to a point where you're going to have one of these overflow and block the production. So that's the one problem I see with the demo for anyone that tries to push a little bit. You don't need this part in the demo. You can complete the demo without worrying about this. You could set up one if you wanted to make processors by hand or something, but there's some ways to do it. So the only way you can really deal with it, though, is containers. So I really wish they need a sink or something, just because the numbers just don't work out too well. So I've got a lot of stems. I'm only going to use a few for making extract, just so I can do processors. You can use a lot of extract, but then you got this extra plant matter, because the plant matter you don't need for anything except fuel. You can use it for these plant matter frames, but these plant matter frames are not used for anything in the demo right now. They used to be used to make electronic components, but they're not anymore. So yeah, it's just the plant matter and extract part is just the weird part, and I think the numbers are just weird. Everything else, you know, you could throw a bunch of stuff at it and you don't have to worry about it. Just that one where it could back up is the only thing I see is the problem for anyone that builds something to pass the demo. And the ore is not infinite. As you can see, this one's run out. But this node is the most annoying node of the demo, because it's like this vertical, crazy piece of it. So I'm going to have to, like, fix this drill. But there's another giant copper node over here, like, huge. And there's huge ones that I got to dig out. I think I didn't get a chance to post them in video, but there's like huge ones. Oh yeah, and I was running. I did build another tunnel for my fuel to go underneath the smelters. So what I plan to do. So I was planning to build all the factory over here, but we might move upstairs to near the Victor terminal because there's a lot of nodes up there. So I might leave this basic factory running, and we can go build stuff upstairs. I need to dump off the excess in my inventory, even though we have an unlimited inventory. You and your tunnels. I know, I don't have to. I kept thinking, I was like, I just wanted to make it pretty. Gotta do that pancake floor. So if I wanted to do biofuel, biobricks, I have so much limestone here that it's insane. So we're gonna try and expand. We could dig out this entire iron node here. And I think what we can do is build... We can build down here. We can expand our power and build down here. I'm fine with it. We can build here, and I can expand this fuel factory later that way, if I want to do the plant matter, and then we can just build stuff here. But we need more nodes. We need more... Although this does a lot. I could probably build some here. Why don't we just build here? We'll use our smelter there. I can probably add a second floor to that smelter later, and we can just do a bunch of here. Why don't we do components and stuff? I need assemblers. How do we build assemblers? No, I want to produce assemblers. Production. Oh, we need... So why don't we do that? Why don't we automate a little assembler production line so we don't have to build. So we can build a bunch of assemblers and it can automate it for us. And then we'll worry about it later. So we'll just set it up here. Because it said the assembler needs 3 things. We need frames, mechanical components, and copper wire. This is super easy, so... Well, not really super easy. Frames require so much. We got to figure out what to do. I don't know what the organization we're going to do is, but... Frames require so much iron. It's insane. Because if this... It uses like 70 iron or something. I'd have to pull up my sheet that I have, but it'll use so much iron for these. And then we needed copper wire and mechanical components. So we're gonna just... Well, this is gonna be a very quick setup, so we don't have to hand build everything. But luckily enough, we just need ingots for all 3 of these recipes. So copper, coppered iron, and iron. So we'll just bring in 2 belts, one going this way. You know what? We'll just bring it like this. And we'll put iron here. So the nice thing about building belts here is that you can do crazy stuff with the belts. So you can keep turning it as far as you want, and it'll build the whole thing. That's one cool thing. You can build backwards and forwards, like you just saw I did. And, of course, building backwards for this one will be easier. Going up is... It'll go up and down automatically. But... This is not pretty, but this is what we're going to do for temporary purposes. And splitters and mergers are automatic, which is kind of cool. So I have this big setup here that's doing copper and iron already. Although I planned it out. These do about 30 per minute, but now they're doing like 40 per minute, so it's okay. I was filling a belt. I had like 9 each. So I have a full belt of copper on each side. Even though that one's not working anymore, it's fine. It should still have a full belt because I upgraded. And then we have different kinds of inserters. In this case, we'll use a fast inserter for the iron. And then this one needs iron and copper, right? Yeah, so we'll just use a regular inserter and a long inserter. Now, long inserters... I'm guessing this is kind of like Factorial. Are we winning? We are winning, Boomer. Absolutely, we are winning at Techtonica. And then wire's easy. We're going to just do... And all I'm doing this is because I don't want to handcraft, so I'm kind of limiting myself. I know I did the water wheels and the cranks real fast, but we're gonna do this so we don't handcraft. At least try not to. So we're just doing this one so we can make assemblers. Actually, we're gonna give that a little bit of room so that we can actually make a lot of assemblers. We have our belts down there. We have some basic inserters, which we might still have to handcraft some inserters, but we will try to see what we can do. So we need at least 3 belts. So we'll do... Yeah, okay, this will work. We'll do one here. This is our temporary factory, so we are gonna... You know what? We're gonna do a long inserter to get out. And we'll go right down this side. And this boy will come out here and go down this side as well. So we will output there. Mechanical components. I don't know. We'll just... I think 1 should work fine for that. Copper wire, there's fun. We'll do 2. Alright, and we're just gonna input. I don't know how many it needs, so I have to look at my sheet. And we want this to build assemblers. I don't have a container. It's fine, we'll handcraft one. We got a lot to do. That's why I need to build a mall or something. This game, though, is a lot of fun. So if you just... it's fun. It's a nice distraction from Satisfactory, but it's not replacing Satisfactory. The demo's fun. I definitely enjoy it. I think it has a lot of potential. I can't wait to see it in early access. It's definitely going to be a fantastic... It's gonna add to the factory genre nicely. I think it's gonna fit in, and it's gonna have its unique place, and that's the wonderful part about it. And if you're wondering about what we're gonna do with that Tier 2 factory built on the last stream, or decorated, Hellraiser and I talked about it, and we have an idea for the next episode. It's gonna be great. I think it'll work out great. You guys will love it. All right, so we have something building assemblers. We don't need an absolute mass ton, so we'll let this build some while we're thinking about what we're going to do. And I think we'll just try to build... We can try to... Yeah, Hellraiser's listening in. I think it's going to be funny. So we have an idea. We'll see if we can work it out. It's going to make a great use of that factory we did on stream in the video. All right, the goal now, I think we just need to build some basic parts down here. The problem is 1 belt of ore is not enough. It's just absolutely not enough. So, but we're going to start with that. We're going to leave ourselves some room, and then hopefully we'll get more ore or more ingots, because yeah, it's absolutely not enough. But we're going to go ahead and do it anyways and see what happens. The numbers are just weird. The numbers, what do we think? Let's see. We have different parts, intermediates to build. We don't need this. We don't need much of the frames. You got hooked in the alpha testing, Boomer? Yeah, the alpha was fun. I had a lot of fun planning my final factory. And it looked fantastic, even though it was running at 8 frames a second in the alpha. And when we jumped in and we're getting 120 at the start of this in the demo, it was a massive improvement. But I don't know where it's going to be. The frames could still drop a lot depending on what we do. We'll see. It's a great way to test. I have thoughts about doing... I think the belts add a lot. I think what I want to do, though... I actually have no idea what I want to do. We just need to leave ourselves some room here, and we're going to try to do it. Since I've already cleared this out. We will try to just set up a few things. The belts are going to be fun. I think we'll do some of the copper stuff here. We'll do some copper components. I don't know what we need them for. This is totally not going to be efficient. Just because... it's a lot of stuff to work out. Yeah, I think I was about down to 10 before I was getting to my final factory. Yeah. I was lucky enough that I built a ton of water wheels. So I was at about 25 to 30 when I did the iron smelting. And then I was going to do 2 more episodes where I did power and the final factory. But once I did the water wheels for power and I made like 45,000 kilowatts of power, I was down to like 15. And I was like, oh goodness, I don't even know if I could like put a video out like this because it was struggling. But then I did the final factory and I was down to like 8. I even deleted some water wheels that I had done just because I didn't need that much power. I was like, I need frames more than power. How many assemblers we got? Look at this, 13. We are good. See how easy that is? We don't. But that said, the other thing they need is there's no way to control this. So, frames are overrated. There's no way to control this. I wish this could be like a Dyson Sphere program and we could kind of decide how many spots we could have. So what I think we'll try to do is try to mix a storage container and have multiple things on it. Because I did this in the alpha where I had that big mall that I did, and I just had everything going into one container of its own. And I just destroyed the starting nodes just with that mall because it just made way too much of everything. And then I said I wasn't going to use any of that for the final unlock, so I didn't. So I had to use all the nodes that were out in the other terminal. There's a lot of nodes out there. There's like 4 more iron nodes and 4 or 5 copper nodes. But I'm thinking here we'll have some copper come up here. And that way we don't need fuel. You know what? We should just do this in one line. So, but we'll separate it out. We'll set one out like that. So we'll just do a couple wires. And then we'll do one more for frame. Like that. So we'll do, so that's components. This will do wire. This is way too much, but you know what? It's fine. And this will do frames. Frames are like iron frames, I said. They use a lot of resources. So we'll just have, I think, yeah, we'll just have copper come down here. And we'll have the resources on the outside. Hopefully I have enough room. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't have a plan for this. We are just going to go for it. When I'm off stream, I can just do whatever I want, and I can delete and add 5,000 times. It doesn't really matter. But we are going to move forward. You don't have to... I'm not going to put you through the torture that I put myself through. So I think we can also do mechanical components over here. We are going to absolutely just destroy this copper. We'll do some iron there, and then I think we'll do... So that's, I said mechanical components. We need like 2 iron things. We'll do some iron components here, and the iron frames here. Not massive, but it's a start with the 2 lines that I have. It's going to destroy those 2 lines. Absolutely destroy them. That should be 135 ingots piece. I think the belts are 270 per minute, and I have them saturated with ore, and the smelters I have should completely use that 270 because it's a 2-to-1, so we should get 135 ingots per minute. Oh, well, we'll have to figure this out. So we'll have that go out. And then, what did I do it there? Okay, so then we'll go out again. No. Oh, one thing I learned is that you can very easily get into the mess and you're trying to backtrack. You're like, no, but then I've discovered just the other day you can hit Q and backtrack. How awesome is that? So if you get like in that belt mess, you can actually undo, which is great. And so those three like that. We'll go like that. And one thing I like to do is like one thing I like about Dyson Sphere is that their belts have that little little thing on the end. Like, so it feels like it has like a start and an ending. So one of the things I do is I put a power floor there just to make it feel like it's got a start at the very least. Like, it just kind of makes my brain more satisfied. I don't know how many is going to come out. We could use fast inserters. I know for... These are components they'll find. These are going to be a nightmare. These you need fast. Use my small supply of fast inserters. And then this one, for the iron components, or the copper components, I'm guessing one belt will be fine. Actually, you know what? Because I want to do Terminator and stay consistent. There we go. It's not perfect, but that'll be our iron components. Let's go ahead and belt it up. How are we doing on assemblers? Got another 13. I'm going to steal this line. We will... You know what? We'll reroute this later. We'll pretty this up later. We'll do something with it. I don't know yet, but we're going to bring this over. And this is the copper. So we'll start with just regular inserters for now. Another thing I'd love for them to add is the ability to replace without having to delete. That'll work. Huge saved me so much headache. Yeah, I gotta admit, yeah, it's an absolutely great trick. I only discovered it recently because I if you saw my videos from Alpha where I did those belt spirals, sometimes I would make mistakes and it's like, no. It's a lot easier to go down though. I discovered it's a lot you going up, you have to do them piece by piece, but going down you could do the whole thing in one go with a little patience. But if you make a mistake and you get stuck, it was a nightmare. So Q, when I discovered it, I was like, that is awesome. I don't know if that was in alpha or not, because I never used it in alpha. Okay, well, we have lots of components already, except for this one. This one needs 7. You're not getting anything. See, I told you it was going to destroy that copper line. It wasn't alpha, and I didn't know this. That would have saved me some pain in alpha. Yeah, we're destroying the copper line. Although we'll get we're using it over here too, so we'll get a little bit more. What? Oh, that's right. It's only 135 per minute. It's not a full belt. That's why we need another smelters. I want a whole nother row of smelters. So another thing I need to do is go get more copper and more iron and just have another complete like layer on top of that of smelters, and then I can saturate a single belt. 270 a minute. If we had alpha, it'd be 370. All right, so that gives us our copper components. Let's do the iron over here. What we say? We said mechanical components here. There's going to be nothing left. Nothing left at all, but that's okay. We will figure out how to solve that problem later. And this one is just iron components, right? Yeah, iron components. Did I do this one? No. Mechanical. Mechanical used to be, I think it was copper ingots along with iron components. So it was a little bit more complicated to make this. They simplified it in the demo. You used to need iron components. And so we're going to just do iron components here. That's just iron, so we don't need to worry about it. And this is going to be our iron frame. That's a future Reliant problem. Yes, absolutely. Future Reliant problem. I like giving my future self a lot of problems. It's something he can worry about. Me, on the other hand, I'm gonna stay relaxed and chill and not worry about it. All right, we'll do that. I don't know where we're gonna go with this. I have no idea. It's not like I planned this out. Because I was either gonna do this today, or I was actually gonna work on the dedicated server and work on the aluminum factory. But there is so much work on the aluminum factory. But this just came out this within the last week, so doing this today, I think, is worth it. And we can worry about a Satisfactory project next week. This is what I like. So this is gonna at least get us going. We're gonna get all the components, and then we can build them all, or do something. We can actually start building machines. Although we're gonna have enough assemblers soon. This is gonna do all we need. And that's the thing. You can build a lot with very little right now in the demo. You don't need a lot. Okay, need to quickly turn these on. Let's get the iron over here so we can start building. Where's the iron? And this is where I blocked myself. Past Dan has created this problem. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We'll just do the same thing we did here. Go up, go over, go over. Just right on top. And then we'll turn right here. And I will clean... Yeah, future Dan, future Relium will clean this belt up. Wait, that's the wrong one. Oopsie. That is the output line. Luckily, I caught it early enough. And solved. All right, so this was mechanical components. We got iron components. Maybe we don't need a lot. And then iron... frames. I did not match the sides perfectly. I apologize. Let us see. All right, you need more. You need more faster. Now, these things do about 18 per minute, and I forgot how much this needs per minute. I gotta open my Excel spreadsheet, because I'm just talking... Where is it at? Where is it at? There it is. You can't see it. I don't have OBS set up to do it, but, recipes. Let's see. Iron frames. They need... Oh my goodness. 157 iron ingots per minute. That's more than I'm making. So that's why I'm glad I put it at the end of the line. That's the same thing with the copper frames. They need like 157 ingots per minute. And it's just... The frames are insane. I don't think, if you wanted to build everything like that, this is nuts. If I wanted to build everything, this is way more than a line. I don't even know why I'm doing this. But, whatever. It is, rearranging this is, yeah, whatever. We will plan a deeper factory. So where do we want to go with this? We need to go up. We got all the basic components, right? Yes, we got all these. We don't have these yet. Which we want to build, electric components. We have copper wire, and we have iron ingots. Well, actually, we're not going to have any iron ingots after this. In the demo, copper frames were only needed for crank generators. Are they needed for anything else later? Oh, I do? You're probably right, Ed. I'm probably annoying. I probably at least should mute myself. Normally, I mute myself. But there we go. All right, I'm out. I actually don't know. Are they needed? I forgot. I think they're needed for cranks still. Yeah, they're still needed for cranks. But that's about it. So I don't need many. So having it at the end of the line is a good thing. Although it's not going to solve our electric component problem. I think what I might need to do, though, is move these. Because I'm fine with them at the end of the line. They have nothing to do because they're not going to make barely anything. That's okay. And I think the frames are only needed for the drills, which, you know, we don't need a lot of. We might need 40 or 50 more. So we don't need a lot of frames, so that's okay. I don't think they're... Oh, wait, they're also used for assemblers. Well... And the water wheel. Oh, my goodness. We have to have, like, a dedicated iron line just for frames if we want to actually have a planned factory. Yeah. But I need electric components because we want to do stuff. So, you know what? We're just going to split off from the iron line that doesn't... Where is all the iron going? All going over here, because that's right, because we're making assemblers. Is this enough? 35? I think this is enough for now. If we get close to using it. So we're gonna stop you right here. So this should fill up in a couple of seconds and then stop. We'll save it for later if we need it. 35 assemblers is plenty. Let's go ahead and take it. So now we have 41 assemblers. I think we're good. I think I had like 120 assemblers or something in the final factory. I want electric components, though, and they need copper wire. So either A, I can use the copper wire we built here, and some ingots. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. We'll do one more here, and we're going to do something stupid. So we're going to let these go a little further. We're getting really close to the fuel. We're gonna have to turn and go up. And what I think I'm gonna do is do what's those old school, not old school, but like something you could do in the vertical bus line is do this. So we'll go up and over, and we'll create a splitter right here, which we can send over to this baby. How are we gonna do output for that? I don't know. I think we're gonna have to... Oh. I'm probably gonna get back on Discord in a minute. I'm just not commuting. Oh, you're commuting home. Well, yeah. I can always jump back on Discord a little bit. Okay, we're gonna have to move this a little bit. I'm just trying to get these basic components done, and then we'll move them up to the floor, and then we can at least build some stuff. But I think I need to go out further again. Like what I did before. So we will take this guy out. Same thing with him. Get rid of you. We'll go back up with him in a second. There we go. Out of the way. And then electric components. They don't produce very many, so this is fine. That'll output there just like that, and we'll be fine. Now, do the same thing we did a second ago. We'll put a power floor here. Up and over. Because I could totally do another assembler for this copper wire and not split it like this, but why not? This is what you do when you don't have a plan, right? But it's okay. It's kind of, the spaghetti makes it look good. So we'll see what happens here. We need, if I look at my thing, I'm not trying to do this efficiently, but electric components would need, actually not that much. It needs 27 copper wire per minute. Well, it's actually 27 and some change. And like 13 iron ingots. So I think the copper wire produces a lot. We have, I don't even think we needed 3. But yeah, we'll be fine. Now we just need some iron ingots, which we'll do from here. And then that'll make us some electric components. Yeah, that'll be fine. And that's about it. That's all the intermediates if we do it at a basic level, except for processors. But I don't have any Kindlevine extract right now, so we will worry about that one later. Let's make a dumb mall. Embrace the ways of spaghetti, Mancer. Spaghetti Mancer. It's so hard. But actually, it was fun. If I had recorded the very first, when I first got the Techtonica Alpha before I started doing this, before I started recording my first video, I think I recorded the first video, and then I spent like 10 hours like playing into the night, and I made a spaghetti mall, and it was just absolutely glorious. But then I was like, all right, I need fuel. And that's when I went back and recorded the second episode. I'm like, all right, we're going to do a fuel factory. And then I was going to do the spaghetti mall. And then that waterfall thing happened. And that's where that is. That's what happened. Yeah, that was that waterfall design was just something that just sort of happened if you watched the episode. I was just like, because I'd tried the vertical and I'd tried the horizontal like this, and they both work, but they both have their downsides. And then when I did the waterfall, because on the vertical, if you go pure vertical, every time you go, and yeah, when you go pure vertical, every time you go up higher, it takes one extra, block further to get your belt out there. And that was the problem with it. It was like, well, if you're trying to do something and you add onto it later because you have no idea what's going to come, if you don't have enough room, you need a ton of room, that vertical sort of bust was going to be an absolute pain. And then I was just like, I wonder what it would look like if I built that. Yeah, that's gets so easy. I was just wondering what it would like, and then, but the one thing I noticed they changed in the demo is you can't get the inserter no longer works off the incline belt, so you have to have one extra space to have it flat, which is not a big deal. All right, so do we need any like ingots for buildings or anything? Do I have to bring the ingots with me, or is this gonna work? And we're gonna take this up. We'll just like do something, and we'll go up. We'll make a beautiful little bus with everything on it, and rain in our. Well, we don't have processors. We need to do something to get processors. You know what? We can do that over here. But the problem is, it's the same thing with plant matter. I pointed out is like we'll have an overflow of plant matter, and we'll have excess extract, and yeah, it's a pain. I don't know what to do with it. So we could do processors over here. We could do the extract. You know what the heck? We'll add some containers and store it, and I'll just sort it out later when it's late night and I don't have any brain power. I can sort it out. So I have this line, which is like 195 Kindle Vine stems per minute, feeding the fuel. I think what I can do is not use this. I can use it for making extract. If we do processors, we actually need a lot of extract. It needs like 180 extracts per minute, but you'll get 360 plant matter fiber, which is like more than enough to fuel a factory, but we're not going to do it efficiently today. We're going to do maybe 2 of these, and what we'll do is make the plant matter fiber and have that fuel our factory, and then let the extract go off to make some processors like over here. What do we need for processors? We need just electronic components and Kindle Vine extract. So yeah, let's do 2. It's not pretty. It's an absolute sort of WTF. I'm just gonna do it. But we gotta test it. We gotta get it working. So we'll bring the Kindle Vine in here, the stems. And it doesn't need that much. It's like 15 per minute, so just one of these can work. And it'll double it. Fuel-wise, we don't have to fuel it. It'll fuel itself, which is good. It'll use some of the plant matter. Although, I wonder if I could send it up and fuel the plant matter up there. That way, that'd be smart. Because when I built this huge Kindle Vine setup, I was smart enough to include a fuel line, so that I could fuel later. So maybe we can make the little bit of plant matter. It'll burn. They burn at 30 seconds, which means you burn 2 per minute. I have 30 threshers here, although they're not all going to run. That's the problem. Everything backs up. That's the problem with this setup right now. It's going to back up. We could do that, though. That would use some of it. If we could get it to run full time, if there was some kind of sync, at least then I could do the numbers and plan it out. But right now I can't. That's why I didn't do the extract up there, because it's just not feasible. Yeah, so we'll just send the plant matter this way, and we'll have that be our fuel for our factory, and we'll see what it needs. But you're gonna go up and over, up and over, up and over. You're gonna no longer do that. You're gonna go. This is so bad. Up and over. All right. It's gonna work. Yep, there it comes. And we need to put some fuel in there, so we'll put just a little bit. No, that's, yeah, just a little bit. I need it to run out and feed itself. And so, put our filter inserters here. And this will do the plant matter fiber. Then we're gonna have another belt right here. We'll use the long inserters. I still have enough. Oh, we can't. Oh, it'll work. What? I should have done filter inserter. I'm actually surprised that works. Interesting. I would have thought I needed another filter inserter. I'm surprised it's not grabbing like plant. I have a feeling it's going to bite me in the butt later if this works. If this actually is
multi-stage task inbound. Advanced fuel production.
Yeah. Go away.
Step 3. Supply assemblers with kindle vine extract.
Biobricks.
Fiber and limestone to produce biobricks.
Biobricks are another interesting recipe. I know they're going to be the most fuel efficient, but the problem is it takes these threshers give us twice the plant matter that they give extract, but the biobricks require twice the extract of the plant matter, so we're going to have excess plant matter left over. So again, that's where I say the numbers are just weird. Something's going to back up without you having just a bunch of storage containers, which I might do. I was building something last night, no, the night before, 2 days ago when I was working on this. It is somewhere here. I have an underground thing, so I was thinking maybe I'll build a bunch of storage containers or something, and that way I can have my overflow down there. It says, I think the recipe only needs 60 extract per minute. And we need 180 extract per minute for a single processor. The problem is I have 630. I could make 630 stems per minute here. If I let them fuel themselves, I still get like 585 or something, and so I could make a ton of extract. It's not the problem. It's the fact that I'll have like well over 1,000 plant matter per minute, and biobricks take like 60 per minute for extract. I'll have like I can make like 585 extract per minute. So I could do like 2 processors and some biofuel, but I'll have just a massive amount of plant matter left over. Just because there's nothing to burn it in. Even if I set up machines everywhere, it's just going to overflow. Something's going to overflow and it's going to back up, and then extract production would stop. So I feel like it really needs a sink, or the numbers need to be adjusted. But this will work. I don't mind if this backs up. If we let this little bit fuel our factory for now, I can always add to it, which will be fine. It's going to merge in over there. It's going slow enough, but yeah, we're still going to have some extract problems. I think I have to basically take off this box here. This needs to stop. This is my starter plant matter, but it's going to need to stop. So we need this to burn to make extract. All right, so we have extract. We have electric components here. Let's set up an assembler. What else did it need? Just that. So we'll set up one more assembler right here. Let's put it in line. Is that in line? Yeah, that is. What do you know? This is not going to be much extract. This is going to be slow, but we can build some processors with this. At the very least. What's this going to be, like 30 per minute if it was actually producing? I'm still surprised that this works. I thought I would need a filter inserter to get this out. So I guess maybe it works if you have one filter inserter or not. I'm still surprised. I feel like this is going to break at some point. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. All right, let's make processors. This needs 180 extract per minute, which we're not making. And we need electric components, so we're going to do the same thing. We'll do a little vertical split here. We'll do a waterfall bus once we get everything up. Although I feel like I need to build a bigger... I built this to do plant matter, but... You know what? Whatever. Okay. Oh, no, that's gonna have to go down. Because we need to run this through. Alright, there we go. That'll work. We're gonna need more of everything. But this is a start. It works. We're gonna go backwards for fun, and then come back this way. It's kind of like the episode where I did earlier, where I built the early mall. It just gets some components started. Now, another thing we could do with plant matter is make those plant matter frames, which aren't used at all in the demo. So, I think this would be the best way to sort of get rid of it would be this, because you'd make 5 plant matter into one of these. So I think it's like 75 plant matter becomes 15 of these or something. I forgot. What is it? On my sheet. Plant matter frame. Yeah. So you make 15 per minute, and it uses 75 plant matter. So if I wanted to like sync it, I think making this with excess would be the way to do it. And since there's no overflow in Techtonica, we could do something that there is in like in old Satisfactory. There was this overflow method you could use, which was like you would have to have I don't know, it probably would have to be higher than this, but let me do this. I don't even know if I can do it easily. It would be a lot bigger than this, but you would basically split off. Oh, we'll have to do it this way. So you make, basically, I don't know how, I'd have to play with it to get it, but you would have to make a bunch of splitters, at least like 5 triple splitters or 10 double splitters. There's a problem with overflow with triples. When you do 3 split in Techtonica right now, it doesn't overflow properly. And the whole idea is that once you have enough splitters down the line, the last splitter is like 0.01% of the time it would actually item get there. And you just split it off and you remerge it into a line. And so the only way it would actually overflow through that last splitter, except once in a darn blue moon, is if the actual like output line backs up. And that way all the splitters would fill up, and then you would output out the very last splitter, which is kind of like your overflow. I was thinking about doing that for the plant matter. That way we could have something feed our factory, and then we could send the rest to maybe some plant matter frame factory, and then have it sync into just a ton of containers. It'll take a little work to set up that splitter. I don't know how to do it right. I'd have to play with it, but it's going to be long. So we're going to have to need room. Because you got to do probably doubles. All right. We've got a nice line here with everything, right? Except for this we don't need, but we got everything else. And we have a little bit of stuff we can make. I haven't made any green cores yet. But we should be able to make everything from this. It's going to be ugly. But what do you say we go up? I was starting to dig here because I was going to do the stairways to the right, so I can get rid of these stairs. This is the part where I'm afraid of, because the delete mode is good, but oh good, I didn't delete anything. All right. So, what do you say we just do it here? I'll create a gap, but this is the way. Do I have enough? Do I have enough? They said, someone was talking about this on Discord. I don't have enough. It's okay. No, that's good. And no frames. It'll show up in a minute. It'll do it. There we go. We'll delete something in the middle. Aha, stuck. We want to keep this separate, so we'll do maybe like 2 or 3. No! Okay, maybe delete half of it, but I'm gonna fall. All right, fall. All right, I need to build a stairway. I gotta dig out my stairway from before. I need to dig that out so we can get up here without having to like use the hover pack. So we'll leave this separate. This is like planning at its finest. Because I built this thing and then I didn't know what to do with it. I had plans and then I looked at those numbers for the plant matter and the extract and I was like, I don't know what to do with this. There's no good plan. But I'll dig that way. I'll dig to the left later and we'll do it over there. We'll expand that way. For now, we're gonna build a small mall up here. We'll use the waterfall bus because why not, right? We're gonna block off this entire beautiful thresher factory. Because why not? Because I don't want to dig a big thing on stream. Because that'll take for a while. It'll take a little while. So let's just be productive today. And we'll deal with it. We'll deal with the aftermath later. As you put it earlier, it's a problem for future me. How are we going to get those up? I think we're going to have to dig something over here. We'll have to do a stairway somewhere else. Maybe we'll just do it over there and just make a stairway across. Yeah, that'll work. And here, we're going to have to dig something out because we have to get the resources up. So we're going to have to figure out how to reverse it. I would love to do a bunch of belt spirals, but we don't have enough room. Although we could, if I dig deep enough. We could get a little creative. Why not? Let's do that real fast. We don't have to go that deep, but we need to get just deep enough that we can, like, alternate the belts. And then we could do a whole bunch of overheat. I'm so used to coolant. It's killing me. I was so used to just digging and digging and digging. And the demo, I have gone overheated so much. You just gotta let go of your mouse button. If you hold the mouse button, nothing really happens because it's still running. So you gotta make sure to let go of your mouse button to let it cool off a little bit. I think this could work. Let me open a space here so I can hover pack up a little bit. And we do it right. Should be able to, come on, work with me, yeah, right there, whatever. Yeah, when you're hovering, it gets a little finicky. At least if you're trying to make it look nice. Oh, come on, don't go. I want the level there. Okay. This game, though, is a lot of fun. I do recommend people try it, at least the demo. It's, again, it's shorter than the alpha. It's a little chill game. And I recommend you try it because I think you should be able... The developers are they listen to everything. They're on the Discord server a lot. And the community managers are very responsive. And so if there's something that you have ideas about this game or something you don't like, it's a really good idea to, like, just touch the demo, even if it's for, you know, an hour or two. And then, you know, if you see the potential for it, you can go over there and, you know, give them your critiques and their suggestions. And, you know, they got a lot of work they're going to do, so it's worth you know, it's worth an hour or so of your time just to try it out. It'll help make it a better early access game when it gets out. All right. I'm not trying to make this too perfect, but yes I am. Yes I am. Trying to make it perfect. Those bumps in the wall drive me nuts. I know I've had a lot of fun with it, and I honestly think it's going to be a lot of fun to play, especially when it gets into early access. This is totally going to go the other way, isn't it? Yeah, it totally did. Yeah, bump the other way. Oh well. All right, you know what? We'll nuke. That's a problem for later. I think this may work. Now we just need a way to get everything up. I might have to go that way a little bit though. You know what? We're gonna try it out. We will go with the first thing. Give me a stairway. Let me put it over here so I can at least get up. I don't want to get up here, but when I do want to get up here, it won't let me up. But when I don't want to get up here, I'll accidentally get up here. All right, we're gonna put. I think we'll bring this one just here. So we need to go backwards. Yeah, we're gonna need more room, but this is how you do it backwards. So we need to go at 3 at least, so that we're at the very bottom. I don't know if this is gonna fit. And then we go 3 over, 3 over. No, go back 1, Q, thank you, Q. Rotate, 3, 3. Just 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay. Had a quick phone call someone. And I guess we do that one here, like this. There we go. 1 belt spiral. Done. Wait. Turn. There you go. Now, I think for the other ones, I'll have to come out a few so I can alternate. Maybe come out a few, then go in and out. So we'll see. But I should be able to get up now. So I can get this out of the way. And we're gonna have to alternate here. So, okay, so this one, I feel like what I need to do is if I want to do this, this is like a lot of work. I'll have to have it come alternate like this. Oh, no, I can do this. As I said, we'll go out a few, so we'll go out 3. Like this, and then we'll go back like that, and we'll do the same thing. So down 3, turn. Hopefully this works. Do I need to go out 4? I don't know. Oh yeah, it works. And we can just do this. All the way down. Wire's done. See? That works. Yeah, well, that's what I did in the alpha, Busha. I did up, and going up is definitely harder. And I discovered, I think it was in the demo or late in the alpha, I forgot, that when you go down, it's a little easier. Obviously, I'm trying to cram the belts in, so I'm kind of alternating, but I think this works. It'll work for now. It's a fancy way of going up, because they don't have lifts. So this one, in theory, we can do right next to it. Maybe? We should be 1 over, I hope. Let's find out. So 3, nope. That was not what I wanted. All right. Go down this way, 3. 3. Oh, that works? Yeah, there we go, look at that. We are doing it. This is gonna work. This is fancy. Yeah, alternate back. Okay, so you alternate back out. Yeah, so we just need to make sure we alternate out by 3. That way we're at least getting 2 spaces apart, and otherwise... Yeah, this is gonna work. So we go, once we get it out, we go out by 3, and then we can start turning. And you can go left or right, you know, whatever your preference is. Okay, 1 more on there, back. And if it wasn't for Q, this would be, oh, scary. There we go. This is working. 3. 3. 1. There we go. Did the alpha have fluids and pipes in the game? No. I did ask about pipes. I was like, because I feel like there's going to be fluids later. I feel like there's going to be fluids later. And I remember asking Joey once about pipes, and I don't think he gave me a good answer. I forgot what exactly it was. I have to go back and look, but I did not get any kind of confirmation. More like, I think it was more of a denial. I don't think they want to do pipes, but I think if there's enough community outcry, we might get pipes. Because even Dyson Sphere doesn't have pipes. And I still remember Satisfactory, the whole pipe meme, because they literally said they were not going to do pipes. Pipes were not happening. I remember Jace was like a whole thing. It's like, why should we do pipes? And yeah, I need to go out by 3. And it was a huge community meme. And they said what happened with pipes is they had a different plan for Update 3. They were going to do something else. And Update 3 was going to be different. But they changed their entire plan because of community demanding pipes so much. So they secretly changed their plan and worked on it. That's what apparently Update 3 took a little extra longer because they decided to go change their plan. And then, you know, they made it a huge surprise to everybody. And that Update 3 pipes trailer for Satisfactory is like the most epic game trailer of all time. Love that trailer. It's so good. How did they make a trailer about pipes be just so epic? The ramp railing reveal was almost as good, but not quite. There we go. I think we're gonna fit this in. Whoops. Turn. Yeah. That trailer was so ironic. And I love going back and watching the stream where people are just like, pipes, pipes, pipes. I guess I wasn't around as much during the Update 2 time frame to see it. But yeah, it's hilarious to watch the live stream. Yeah, they made that whole thing epic. It was just fantastic. I wasn't actually around on the reveal day. So, I mean, I wasn't Satisfactory player then in Update 2. I joined in Update 3. And I wish I had been back there because that would have been just an epic day. The reveal for that one. Is this it? And there is our I think we did it. That's it. Wow, we needed less room than I thought we did. That's amazing. It actually works. This first one's a little weird, but you know what? I'm not going to judge. Yeah, Josh is what I found. I don't remember. I was on the internet. I was on YouTube. And then I met the Josh video. The first time ever. And I clicked on it. And that's when I learned about Satisfactory. And I remember just looking at it. Yeah, I know. This is amazing. I can't believe this actually worked. Now we just need to turn it into a waterfall bus. Which, if I had been smart, we would have done the waterfall first and then just kept going up for the different things. Well, that might not have worked. It might have. I don't know. Did the stream just stop? No, I'm still going. The actual scene, I should be seeing Techtonica. Oh, never mind. Oh, maybe just internet blip for you. So if we do the waterfall bus, we only need 1, 2, 3, 8. Any things need ingots? No, right? Nothing needs ingots, right? Almost nothing. The only thing that needs buildings is the inserters. We'll need inserters and fast inserters. Everything else just needs components. So, and this one needs inserters. So we'll have to do green memory cores at the end. Something weird happened on my side. Nothing weird. Okay, good. I was a little worried there for a second. All right. Let's delete one. We need all the room we can get. We're gonna be doing them all. Why? Because why not? Why make a complicated factory when we can do complicated belt work? But this is great. I do love this. I'll have to do this in the future. I was worried how this was gonna work, but this actually looks out really cool. I like this. This worked out great. And that was super easy. That wasn't actually that hard to do. All right. So for a waterfall bus, so we can make this We're not gonna. We don't need 2 buses right now, do we? Well, I should do it anyway, just in case. Well, there is gonna be no second bus behind this one, so I think we can leave this one on the ground and not worry about it, unless I completely delete that. But that'll be a problem for future me, so we'll leave this one on the ground. Processor's on the ground, and we'll go up. So, although we're gonna have to go up, we're gonna have to like diagonal this up because we don't have a lot of room to go up. If I'd been smart, I would have spiraled this up all the way, and maybe I'll come back and do that. Come on, work with me. All right. I want a vertical zooping mode. That would be so great. It would be such a simple change. Well, I say simple, but if a dev was watching, he'd probably be like, yeah, you say it's simple, but... I remember watching the stream on Thursday. It was actually hilarious. The actual Techtonica stream, I was doing work, and I was listening in and working, and they were talking... Someone talked about... Because right now, if you click something like... You can 119, I can actually hold shift and hit left control, and it'll build everything I need to build all 119 of those. So if I just had ore in there, it would do a ton of ingots or whatever. If I had enough, it was this recursive thing they did, so it can do all of it in one thing. And even Joey was on. Joey, the community manager, was commenting saying, what I really like would be able to have some sort of option to select only like what I can make currently, and not have it like build everything in my inventory from my inventory. And one of the devs was on, and he was like, Joey, please no. Do you know how hard it was to do the recursive build mode that we did? Spirals would be much better for this. We'll go back and try to do spirals. I think we could do it. If we go up, in theory, I don't know though, when we cross over, if we go up, this might block this path for one below it, so it might not work. If we did it in reverse, I don't know. So we'll do this for now, and then I'll play with it later. But now we gotta kind of go out. We don't actually have to... Yeah, this one's not gonna be as big as the one in Alpha, because the Alpha one just got huge. Yeah, it still looks cool. I like that diagonal pattern. It would be cool with spirals, but I don't think it'll work. At least not with this. I don't think it would work, but this is cool. We're gonna build everything. I like doing malls in games like, even in Satisfactory, you know, even though you don't build buildings in Satisfactory, you just build parts. Uh-oh, I need more floors. Go get more floors. And Dyson Sphere, that's one of the things that I will do early on, is get a mall built up, because I hate using handcrafting. I mean, I don't hate it, but I try to avoid it when I can. I think they will. I've heard from the devs. They have commented on that. I think there will be something. I just don't know what or when or how it'll be done. But but that's exactly why in the videos, when I did it, I made it a point for me to do belt spirals, because I missed that time in Satisfactory, and I was like, you know what? There's no lifts, so I'm doing belt spirals in Techtonica. So I'm like, why not? It's my homage to the early Satisfactory. That's why I did it. Because it looks great, and they don't have lifts. But it is a little work. Although I think it's probably easier to, if you go down like we just showed, it's probably not quite as hard in Techtonica to build a belt spiral as it was in Satisfactory. All right, one. And that's it. That's it. That's going to be, we can delete these later. We can leave them or delete them later. Doesn't matter. And then we'll just run these across. We're going to get everything built today. And then I could decide later if I want to, like, put together a mega factory. Which would be fun. I think it'd be fun to do in my spare time, try to get dig out all the other nodes. I was thinking about it. I was like, what could I do in the demo that would be nuts? And I was like, you know, if I dug out all the nodes, the miners we have aren't as good as they were as the advanced miner. I'm like, I can just dig it all out, dig all the nodes out, put a bunch of miners on them, just have a bunch of belts of ore, smelt it all, and then try to make some factory that's just building everything, but, you know, more. I get a feeling, though, I'm looking at my frames per second, and I get the feeling that some of it's affected by the streaming. But right now, I was at 120 when I started the demo, and right now I'm at 43. So I have a feeling that there will be a point where the optimizations they did for the demo are they're gonna fall behind. Oh, we're out of belts. I need more belts. I gotta dump off this plant matter. I don't need it. Don't need this. Where did I leave my belts? I left them over here. I built this spot to build components originally, and I was like, let me just temporarily build all the basic stuff you need, because I don't want to hand build all this stuff anymore. I still have plenty of inserters, right? I still have 115. Oh yeah, we got a lot. I should probably turn this one off. We don't need that many inserters. It's all good. All right. We have a waterfall bus almost done. And this is going to be a bunch of machines. With a ton of fuel behind them, because I don't know what to do with all that fuel. When I did it in the demo, and I made the big, giant plant matter factory, it had like 500 plant matter per minute. My final factory plan needed 495 per minute. And it ran 5 hours. It ran. It actually, so the numbers worked out. Okay. Oh, the only thing we don't have on here is extract. We need extract, too, for the... Do we need it for the... No, we don't. We don't need an extract for anything but the biobricks and the processor, so we're good. So we have everything we need to build a bunch of junk. Except for inserters. We're going to need inserters, too. And I don't know what to do about that, because I did not include that in this. That's okay. You know what? We'll just build inserters in the middle. That'll work. All right. Let's just go down the line. We'll start right here. We need to make sure we have one extra space for the belt to get flat. And we'll just build... Start with a bunch of these. Do the basic stuff.
You've got a good group of assemblers humming now, Breaker.
Thanks, Sparks.
We need a lot more to keep up with where our tech is heading.
Really?
Building.
We need a lot more? We don't have... Sparks is evil. I tell you, Sparks is evil. She killed the last guy. That's why she woke us up. There's nobody else. She killed the last guy. That's my theory. She's evil. Joey was trying to correct me, and I said that's what I'm going to believe until you prove me wrong. And he's like, okay. All right, machines. We'll build the drill. I don't know why I'm doing the drill first. We don't need the drill. We'll just go down the line. Smelters. This is a really bad idea. Assemblers. Planters. We don't need this many, but we're going to do it. The accumulator needs processors? I'm gonna build green cores first. We'll do accumulators at the end of the line. I want green cores first. I want green glowy things. Oh, we do need plant matters for light, so that's a use for plant matter. Some. So it means we're gonna need plant matter up here. Darn. Whatever. It's a problem. That's a problem for later. Where are we at? All right, so we got threshers. We've got... Let's go with cranks. What the hey? No, let's get all the electronic components. We don't need electronic components for much, right? Beacons we can do. All right, fine, whatever. Let's do cranks. Oh, no, actually, let's do water wheels before cranks. It's going to need iron frames. Ooh, we should have done that first. Totally going to... Ah, well, whatever. Whatever. It's one of those things that'll just run and use all of the resources. So we have cranks, we have water wheels. All right, so we should have probably done. You know what? I want to do differently. I want logistics in front instead of doing all the buildings first. Let's do inserters over here. I want to change this up because we're going to use all the resources. Like these buildings are going to suck up resources and it'll take a while to fill up. I'd rather have stuff that I actually need first, and that way they're built, and then stuff I don't need. And let that stuff sort of work when the stuff overflows. So let's build. Let's do 2 ways. We'll build fast inserters over here. We'll build regular inserters here. We don't need it because I got enough. Well, we'll feed that over to the fast inserters. And we actually need to build 2 fast inserters. It's totally not going to be enough, but we're going to do it. This is how I did it before. So this fast inserter, though, is going to feed this for filter inserters. It's like that. And that takes care of that. And then we want probably the long inserters. So we actually need more inserters. So we'll do another inserter. It's probably not a great idea. I don't know. I can rearrange this later if I come up with a better plan. Do we not have power up here? Is it just not connected? Oh, that's right, it's not, because I disconnected it from here. So let's just connect it right here. We'll figure something else out later. There's so many things I'm leaving for later me. Do you think later of me is going to be mad? Okay. Okay. All right, those things got something. We did. All right, so that was inserters. We got, yeah, long inserters. All right, we're good. And so we'll do mining drills here for the heck of it. Then we'll go down the line. Smelters, assemblers, planters. We may not have enough room here. This might be bigger than I thought it was going to be. Threshers. And I think we'll do red cores here. Just, you know what? We're going to do green cores first. They needed inserters too? That changes my plan. Where's the... All right, this is the long inserter. So what we'll do is we'll change this to long inserter. We'll change this to inserter. We'll reverse this thing. And we'll make this green cores. That way we can get inserters. Oh, it needs red cores too? Okay, that's fine. So we'll make red cores here. Do it there. All right, good. Now that's everything. So now we can go down the line. So actually, you know what? We'll go ahead and do assemblers first. We don't need drills. Then we'll do the drills. Then we'll do the smelters. And the planters and the threshers. We're running out of room. What else can we do? We can do accumulators. We'll do that down here. Okay, sure, whatever. And we need water wells and cranks, right? I think so. Other than, like, lights and beacons, which I don't really need beacons. They're kind of useless. I'm not even worried about it. So other than lights and beacons... Oh, no, we need containers. And we need floors, but I can leave that down there. So we need to build containers. So we'll put that down to the end. All right. I think this is good enough. This will give us everything that we need. And then some that we don't. What was this one? Where is the... Oh, this is processors. There's, like, nothing on it because processors are 1. We need to make more extract to help that out. We need to make more of everything down there. So, what's this? All right, we'll start it out. Waterfall bus. We need inserters. We already good. We got the inserter done, so we need electronic components. So, we'll do on the left. And flat. Done. I'm probably going to regret that when it comes to cores, but you know what? It's fine. Inserters. We need mechanical components and... So we'll do the shorter belt on the right and iron components, right? Yeah. And I'm just using slow inserters just because that if by not feeding as fast as possible, the idea being that it allows some resources to move down the line. Maybe. kind of the theory. All right, this one we're getting, in theory, well, I actually don't know if this is going to divide properly. We might need to come out the front and, like, do this. This is probably a better way to do it, so it'll evenly divide inserters among those two. Right? Did I do another one? Oh, this one you needed for filter inserters. Yeah, this is fast inserters. That's right. Perfect, good. And this fast inserter was going to feed this filter inserter, so we're good. All right, that was the weird one, but that works. Badly. All right, this one needs electronic components too, so we'll go on the, what's that, the left? This really does. This bus just makes, it works really well in Techtonica. And that is backwards. And then we're gonna be like moving along here. This one, oh my goodness. I need to make more electrical components. This is not enough. It's gonna eat through whatever we're making like so fast. All right, inserters. That's this one, right? We're getting inserters here. So again, mechanical components. The great thing is I can build a larger factory downstairs. I can expand it out and then feed this better, and it'll work. So this one also needed mechanical. So we'll just do right. We'll stay to the left for singles. Okay, we are moving. The inserters are going to go over to there. I'm going to turn this off. This yellow is bugging the crap out of me. All right, this is the green course. Okay, so this one's making the reds. Wait, that's over here? All right, so the red needs mechanical components and copper wire, which is way up here. And then this just needs processors and the inserters, which are coming from there. So, processors right there, which are, all of the processors are past here, so whatever. And mining drill. All right, we're on to the mining drill. It needs 3? Uh-oh. Oh, that's the assembler. Oh, darn it. That's okay. You know what? It would have been easier if I had left myself some space here to put something along the side, but you know what? We'll route one around to the front. We only need one output on the front, so it'll work. So what's the closest one? Mechanical components. So we'll go down right there. Copper wire. Nope, this is... Might need a return bus. Yeah, I didn't plan that out very well on this, but we're okay. We're okay. We're gonna do, what's this one need? Copper wire as well. So what I'm gonna do, just to make this work, is we're gonna sneak in between this and come out right there. And that way it'll work like this. We only need one output here. Actually, you know what? We're gonna turn this guy in so that way we can put a belt out like that. So we're good. It fits. A return bus would be good. You're right. If I'd had room back there for a second waterfall bus, doing inserters somewhere else, since we need so many inserters, it would have been a good idea. But I'm kind of cramped right now, so we're just kind of get this running. I can fiddle with it later. Next time I get done playing. But I think this works. This fits. Since we only need one output, this actually fits. In this case, since we didn't need anything going from this one to this one, it works. Why are you... Did I do the wrong one? I did the wrong one. No! That's okay. We can fix this, sort of. And then collect all the resources. Probably more than I needed, but future you can fix it. That's right. Let's leave it to future me. That is the factory plan. Future me's problem. And come on, work with me. There we go. All right, give me your component. You don't need that. All right, there we go. Now we're good. What's this one need? We already did this. Mining drill and iron frame, or mechanical. Sorry, mechanical components and the iron frame. Gotta make sure your belt's facing the right direction. We're just going down the line. Mechanical component, a lot of mechanical components. That's the thing when you start doing. The nice thing about doing the mall before I did like the big factory and when I did the episodes was that the mall kind of gave me that kind of like overview of what things were needed, and I hadn't really planned out a factory yet. It was also the good thing when I did that little 10-hour session that nobody saw because I was able to kind of get a feel for what was needed until I could plan it out. I've tried to look at doing a little calculator for myself for the demo, but the numbers are insane. Have you noticed that update 6, the foundations don't rotate around the center? Is that true? I know they can snap to different points. Did they break something? Because I haven't noticed anything not rotating around the center. I noticed that you could snap to corners now, and actually DC Juan, the guy that did the DC Juan turn method, he released an updated video with a faster way to do it now thanks to the new snapping. Because you can literally now, instead of having to do the whole walkways to get the foundation to the corner, you can now literally snap on top of the corner and rotate around on the corner. So you can like go up, you just like, it's like super quick now. I was like, that's crazy. Mechanical component. There's a lot of mechanical component. I'm going to have to increase mechanical component production. We got to go check on the... I know a little later, we do have to go check back on the dedicated server. Yeah, go find the video. He released a new video. It's definitely faster. It's way faster for people that maybe didn't like the DC method just because of the added complexity. I mean, obviously, once you got in the groove, it wasn't too bad. But the new one, it's super fast. Crazy. You only need foundations. That's all you need. You don't have to keep switching. It's great. I remember, I think I was out and I saw it on my phone. I had to check it out because I don't normally like pull videos up on my phone, but yeah, mechanical components. That's the same as Alpha. Mechanical components for like everything. But it was great when I saw it. I was like, oh, I gotta try that, but I haven't actually tried it yet. I need to go try it. All right, we're almost done. What is that? 3, 4 more? It's actually like super quick way to do the ball. I wonder if you could probably do this in Dyson Sphere, but I think it'd be weird. But it'd definitely be interesting if you could do the same thing in Dyson Sphere. If you had a bus like this, you could, in theory, just leave a couple spaces of room, bring something down to the bottom, and then insert it over. It could work in Dyson Sphere, and it would simplify. I think it'd be crazy to build in Dyson Sphere though, but it would simplify if it wasn't a pain to build. I don't know. It might be easier in Dyson Sphere to build, but I don't know. In theory, it could. I think I saw one like this really early on in Dyson Sphere, but I didn't think anything of it. I feel like I've seen some... People did weird... When Dyson Sphere first came out, people did all kinds of weird things. Because everyone was trying to do buses and other things. They were trying to do Factorio stuff and Satisfactory stuff, and Dyson Sphere hadn't kind of developed its sort of signature kind of methods that people kind of came into. All right, we need processors, electronic components, and frames. Electric components. We're going to do the same thing. Was that copper frames? Yeah, that's copper frames. So it's not just the crank that needs this. It's the accumulator. I may have to get Dyson Sphere. Yeah, it's fun. I have actually been getting... I did a few Dyson Sphere videos, and I've been getting more and more comments lately. People saying, come on, do some more, do some more. So I may do a little bit of Dyson Sphere content. I had a funny little series going where the editor was making fun of me all the way through. Even though I was the editor, but it was fun. Because I would watch the video. I was watching when I would go back and edit my videos of Dyson Sphere, I would notice all the mistakes I was making, and I'm like, I'm not going to re-record this. So I just started making it. Became a running joke where the editor was making fun of me. Yeah. It'd be fun. It's fun. Dyson Sphere's fun. I think it needs a little bit more replayability. Although when the combat comes, it's going to be changed. I haven't tried the hard part. I did get to Dyson Sphere Endgame before I became on YouTube. But as I said, the hard part about the Endgame in Dyson Sphere earlier on was Dyson Sphere Factorio. I actually have not played Factorio. Hellraiser wants to do a stream session where it'll be my first Factorio session and they try to teach me where they're doing stuff or we're doing it together or something. So we might try to do something on stream for Factorio one day where I play it for the first time with a couple people that have played it. Because I know it's a good game, but it's one of those things when it comes to like YouTube and stuff that I felt like I probably don't have a lot to add to the conversation because I've never played it. So I kind of been devoting my time to somewhere else. But it's one of those things that I would like to play because I'm sure it's a lot of fun. All right, two more. We need, oh my goodness, frames. Oh, there's the crank. Frames and electronic circuits. Okay, so this really makes this too easy. Let him really run around with some skilled players doing these their thing is going to be funny. Oh my goodness, it's going to be like the first day of the dedicated server where I was running around almost doing nothing and everybody was building stuff. That stream was nuts. I did a couple things. I think I built a reinforced iron plate factory. Tiny one. All right, iron components and iron frames. And we're done. We don't have every single item, but I can expand the room later. Okay. Now we just need to output it, which is the interesting part. Belts get really weird because containers are a lot bigger than assemblers. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need that assembler over there making stuff. It's not making anything yet because it's not getting it. So I'm gonna have to do it by hand. Fine. Base building, logistics. Fine, 6. Sounds like I really need to try both of them. Yeah, Dyson Sphere's fun. It's probably gotten better. The one thing I need to try is because earlier on I was saying with Dyson Sphere, we're gonna have to make some really close together here because I don't know if we're gonna have room. Actually, you know what? We don't need room because I think some of these we're gonna merge belts, like drills and stuff. These drills, threshers, and stuff like that. We don't need a ton of it, so we're gonna put all of them into one container. I think that's the smart decision here. We'll do it far enough out that we have room, but I think here's good. Is that in line? No, but we'll fix it. That way we'll just fill up one container. Oh yeah, Dyson Sphere, the problem with the end game was that you kind of got to the point where you kind of had to just go from planet to planet in solar systems. You would go, put miners down on all the nodes and set up intergalactic logistics stations to suck up all the resources from the planet. It was a bit time consuming to set up all these things. I know they've added better miners now, like bigger ones that cover nodes and stuff. I just haven't played with it, so it's probably easier to do it now than it was like a year ago. I'm sure someone that's more experienced with Dyson Sphere now could tell me if that's much better. But that was the big hard part with Dyson Sphere. Let's put one belt here. Otherwise, the game is a lot of fun. It's like a 3D... It's like a mix between Factorio and Satisfactory. It's got inserters, but it's called sorters. They're different. And then same time, some machines let you insert by belt. So it's got a mix in different things. This will work. Although we'll probably need a fast inserter. We'll put everything in one, and that way we're not going to overdo it. I've tried Foundry, and it's a nice and chill little game. I think it'll be nice, and I absolutely love Techtonica. Yeah, I played Foundry briefly. It didn't quite... I want to go back. I didn't give it a good enough chance. I think I was tired. It didn't quite catch my attention like Techtonica, but I need to go back and, awake. I was late at night. I think I was really tired. My brain didn't want to work. I need to go, and I think I spent like 30. I didn't realize the world was infinite, and I spent like 30 minutes just running, going, "How big is the map?" I didn't later really understand that it was actually like infinite. I found out later. All right, what's this? We got assemblers. You know what? We can put assemblers in there too. I don't know what's gonna happen. This could be a mistake, but that way we won't build too much of anything. Although I'll probably need assemblers in its own container. But this is fine for now. Satisfactory is still #1 for me, though. Yeah, I can admit, Satisfactory still is my go-to. I've got thousands of hours in Satisfactory, and my playthrough, we're going to change things up so that, because I think it's become a bit of a struggle, but I don't want to start over. We're going to change things up to make it more fun. Because I have a lot of fun. I'm really, really proud of the world. We're going to do some crazy stuff. We have an idea for a couple crazy things to do in it. Not as crazy as the tower that we did, but we have a couple of good ideas that I think are going to be fun. And then we're going to move on. Because I did the dedicated server with these guys, and yeah, I'm now spoiled. I've gone nearly a year without hyper packs and trains and stuff, and yeah, nothing will top that tower. And now playing around the dedicated server, I'm spoiled. So we got red cores. We're not really doing red cores anymore, so we're just going to output the green ones. I'm surprised I'm not getting frames down here. You're not getting any frames. I need frames. Give me the frames. That'll make 2. I need to go get some ore and make some containers by hand. Anyways, let's just output these. We'll do this. We're gonna make a lot. What the hey? What was this? This was fast inserters. This is filter inserters. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and merge that one too. What the hey? Because I did this in the playthrough, if you've seen the videos, and I had tons, just way more than I needed. So merging a few of these, I think, is a good idea. I think that's a smart idea. So we'll do this too. We'll just go ahead and merge this one. No, I forgot. You can't do mergers at a turn. So we'll do the same thing. We'll just do it right here. Yeah, this mergers and splitters are a little finicky. You gotta have them like a space apart. Space apart. Learn to enunciate, Dan. What is this? This is for this, so we don't need that. That's for the green cores. Why we have not made a single green core yet? What are we missing? Processor unit 16. Wow. Well, obviously we need to up our processor production. We need to do a lot. Okay, I'll deal with that later. We'll go ahead and make a container right here for it, right? That's this one, right? Let's just do it in line and make a container for it right there, right there. Have auto split and merge is really nice. Yeah, that is nice. I still want a priority merger or splitter would be nice. What was it? Or an overflow splitter would be nice. And we need a sink. We need a sink of some kind. We need some sort of item sink. Oh, apparently I need to do fast inserter. I think that's just extra. I don't think it's going to actually need a fast inserter. I got way more containers than I need because I'm being smarter this time instead of using all of my resources filling up containers. Because this works. We don't need a whole container of drills or smelters, so I think merging them into this, at least until it fills up, and then maybe shutting those down, but at least then won't have a complete container of it. I totally did this one. Oh, this one's in line. These were out of line. No! It's fine. I'll fix him later. This one, we don't need to do anything. This one, we don't need to do anything. These were all good. So, accumulators. Water wheels. Cranks, I think we can just put in another container. I think they can all go in one container. I think that's fine. Yeah, like right, is this in line right there? It's not as pretty, but it is much more smart use of resources to merge like this. We need to go back to the dedicated server before the end of the stream and check out on the space elevator parts. That was one thing I want to do, because we turned it on. We have to go make sure Ed's work actually works. I know it does, but we're going to double check his work. Here we go. That's everything plugged in. The only thing we're really suffering on is processors. I think we need to find a way to increase processor production. And then we can say we have most of them all done. There's a few items we're not doing, right? I don't think we're doing, yeah, we're not doing the base building stuff, but I could convert this one down here to base building. We have conveyor belts down there too, so all the basic stuff. Inserters, all the basic stuff's down there. We can just leave this there. It's like a definite mall. I could always belt it up here or something. There's room up here. So I can just leave that down there for now. Problem for future me to make it all one. I did see somebody on Techtonica's Discord. They did a cool one where they did the waterfall bus, but they did the big U. So then they had like containers all around. So they did a big like around the room version, and they did this stuff in the center. That was cool. I only saw a screenshot or two of it, so I don't know exactly what they did. Cool. Well, that means we got pretty much everything we need in production. Now it's just a matter of figuring out what we want to do. Which I need, the one thing I do need to do, if I want this thing to run any efficiently, is I need more processors. This was a problem I had in the original, the alpha too, was that when I first turned on the mall, there was like no processors. We were making like 10 a minute, which is one assembler. We're not even doing that down here. This one needs way more extract. What are we missing here? Electric component. What's going on here? Where is everything? We have nothing left. Oh my goodness, there's like nothing. What's going on here? Are all my copper running out? Is that what's going on here? They should be able to export at 36 per minute. Oh, look at this. Yeah, all my copper production is running out. That's the problem. All the node, it's all being used up. Oh, goodness. And even the iron ore. How's the iron doing? The iron node's huge. I haven't dug it out. Nothing's run out, so we should be... We need fast inserters. This is going to be... I'm going to abuse. Now, I have... In the demo, these things do 30 per minute, from what I can tell. I'm wondering why limited resource in the main bus not the best way to go. What do you mean? Oh, well, that's kind of why I have it separated over here. So at least I have the smelters separated at the very least. So at least I can, I kind of figured as I was trying to get rid of this copper node first. I was thinking, since this is the most annoying copper node in the entire game right now, is this node. It's just, I was like, in the alpha, I completely ignored it. I was like, you know what, this one, I'm going to tackle it first. Yeah, resource nodes are, what can you do? That said, there's enough resources in the demo that you're not really gonna run out, but yeah, you're definitely gonna, you're gonna have to move some drills. That node is kind of tiny though, so I'm kind of eating through it. This copper node over here I haven't really touched, so, although I'm gonna have to rearrange these belts, but I gotta dig this one out. It's pretty big too. It's like, there's a few big copper nodes. Copper's not really a problem. It is more used than iron, This iron node here is huge once you dig it all out. Although this one's gonna extend too far in a minute. Yeah, we have a full belt of ore. So ore, yeah, this is actually, yeah, this is fine. This one's shutting off not having enough is normal because I think it was actually 11.25 smelters is what it could handle per minute. So this last one was always going to be on and off once you started using it. The problem is the copper is running out, so we need to dig out more copper. So I can at least start digging out this node, and then we can supplement the line a little bit. And I think after that we can go check out the space elevator parts. Let's do a little digging. But I think we got our main task in Techtonica done today, which was the mall. I just need a little bit more ore to supplement. Do you like digging out all your nodes, Booze? I think I used to try... I think when I started the alpha, I was trying to do it like this, where I would like keep them in there because I thought I was destroying them when I tried to fully dig them out. But later you kind of realize that's not what's happening. They just look weird once you dig them all the way out. And I think, yeah, in my actual alpha playthrough, oh, there it is. I'm overheating again. The alpha playthrough, I dug them all out. There is some huge copper nodes. They're so tall. I think this will be good for now. I just need to stick some miners on it. Give myself some room here. Don't overheat, Dan. Let's see. Do I have any miners? Well, we should have... I have one, but I need some more. Actually, I can probably take some of these guys. He's not working anymore. These are technically not working. Like, none of them. But that'll work. What I need to do is come back over here and place more on them and sort of get that node sort of like finished off. But for the sake of quickly, I say we do this. Oh, this actually doesn't work as well as I like. We need space for fuel. So we'll do this guy over here. Come one back. Although we could use fast inserters and just call it a day. That would be fine too. I remember though when I first started, I didn't realize resource nodes were limited. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. This is gonna have to come like this. And we'll have to merge. The fuel is going to be the interesting thing. So if we come here with the fuel's going to be... No. The fuel's going to be interesting. We'll do... Up and over. And we'll do... We need at least one fast inserter and one regular inserter. Do the same thing here. This up and over trick works nicely. For fuel. Although, I don't know about this one. Up. No, 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 don't do that. Turn here. Hopefully this will be enough for now. Or at least I'll get our line supplemented. And we can call this a success. And I can like anything else, clean all this up. That'll work? Okay, that'll work. Oh, wait. Okay, you're gonna go up and over. There we go. That, perfect, merger. All right. What is that? One mushroom floating in the air like that. Okay. I have plant matter coming out right here for fuel. Because I was trying to be smart earlier. But I hadn't planned this through. All right, that should feed everything. I already have plant matter on it. Good, good, good. I like this. I'll have to check the plant matter on the usage. Are we actually producing enough? All right, that should get us more copper, which will go ahead and feed over to the copper line. Hopefully that'll supplement it, and we'll be good. So, if you're wondering what I have to do to finish this demo, all I got to do for, if you haven't played it, is there's just a few pieces. I just need like 3,000 power floors and 3,000 conveyor belts and like 1,500 inserters. And I probably have enough in here to do it. So maybe we'll just go do that. We'll turn this in and I'll show you what the end of the demo looks like. Which is not much. You actually get, you'll get a form. Is that enough? Yeah, we got enough. Oh, we got a lot. Infinite inventory. I'm totally cheating here. Well, not really. That was the starter effect. You can do that, and then the problem is there's no more progression. So at this point, trying to build a bigger factory is just a matter of personal choice. That is not the way. That is this way. And so I was trying to figure out what I can do. We built them all now, which is good. So we built a little bit bigger factory. I still need to supply more resources, but I still feel like I want to do at some point, like plan out something a little larger just for the heck of it. Like try to max out the maximum number of processors I can make in game. That might be fun. Try to just see how many I can make, which might not be much because you need 180 extract for a single assembler. So we turn those in, turn those belts in. Oh no, we already did belts. Power floors. Things. Yay. And that's it. And this is where if you have Discord and you complete the demo, you'll put your Discord, if you're in the Techtonica Discord, you put that in your Discord, your username, your Discord username, and it'll give you a
Terminal
Discord
maximum
role.
reached. Concluding next best demonstration routine.
Yeah. It
Thanks
does.
for playing the Techtonica demo. Please wishlist the game on Steam, and we'll see you soon.
But the game doesn't end. You can continue to play. So even if you turn that in, you can still play if you wanted to. If you feel like you want to do something with Techtonica, you can continue to play and have some fun with it. But it's pretty easy, the demo. The alpha was a little bit longer. Are we good? Yeah, at least this is right. So everything's back on. That's good. So we're getting some more copper now. We need more, though. I told you, we need more. We need, like, double that entire thing so we can fill this entire belt up with ingots. That's one step that I need to do in the future, is completely fill these belts. So I need to completely double that smelter setup. I was surprised. In the alpha, the smelters was a 1-to-1, so 1 ore to 1 ingot. But in the demo, it's 2-to-1. We're running out of fuel. We're running out of fuel. That's cool, though. We'll merge this on somewhere. So that's the only problem now is we need fuel. So that means I need to make more plant matter to feed everything, which is good. It means we can make more extract, which means we can make more processors. Problem for future me. I think we're good. I think we need to do some decorating, need to do some other stuff. That's stuff I can take care of. I think I've achieved what I wanted to on Techtonica. Let's take a look at it. It's simple. I mean, this is the mall. You know, malls are going to be simple. That's what they're supposed to be, so that you can have a bunch of stuff Is this getting anything yet? No, no. Still not getting frames. I can't believe you need frames for the containers. That's brutal. We need more frames, but it's so much iron. Oh, that's why it's not working. There we go. That's right, because mergers don't do it unless you have a built past it, so. Now we got some frames going. There we go. A little bit. It's going to abuse them all really fast. How are we doing on this one? This is the big one. We're filling up. Okay. More than enough fuel there. All right. I think what we need to do now is maybe jump over to Satisfactory, I guess. Let's go check on the dedicated server. This is... Because if we start another project now, it's going to take a while. And we have maybe 30 to 45 minutes left on stream. At least it's nice to see this bottom one running, because the other two aren't hooked up. So when this runs, at least they all kick on. So, you just check the Satisfactory server? I need to go check it out. I'm going to go see the space elevator parts. No, don't tell me the numbers. I'm going to go check it out on stream. I'm sure it's not that much, but I... Or am I going to be shocked? Just tell me, am I going to be shocked or probably not surprised? So this setup I did for the fuel, for the anybody Techtonica actual players. Kehlani's in there screwing everything. Kehlani's in there screwing everything up. Oh, because you're shocked by the lack of progress. That's known. That's fine. I knew. Ed built that to be. It's on a dedicated server that's running all the time. He built it knowing that. In fact, he built it to trickle along. It'll take a few days. So the way I did this setup was to try to minimize the belt time, I should say. And so we have the seeds coming out here, and they have as small a belt travel time over to the plant matter, the planters. And there's only 8 seeds in the entire, each one is a closed loop, and there's only 8 seeds in the one. That way, there's always a spot for a seed. It'll never get stuck on an inserter. And I found that with this setup, when you consider the belt travel time, and we have a really small travel time from the planter to the thresher, obviously if it's running full power, the thresher was staying running full time. The problem is the output is, it's all backed up. So let me take this out and we can see. And I found that for the most part, with this tiny setup, once it's fully running, it will pretty much run 100% of the time, or almost 100% of the time. And that way, and if it runs 100% of the time, we should get about 21 stems a minute out of it. And it's going to use 1.5 per minute to feed itself. If we let it fuel itself, that'll give us a net result of 19.5 stems per minute, which is why we do 10 of them, and we get either 21 per minute if we come back and feed it with plant matter or something, or we'll get 195 per minute if we're letting them feed themselves. It'll probably be a little bit less than that, because they probably don't run 100% of the time. But I did a test of it by itself, just storing them into containers, and they were running nearly 100% of the time. So you can make an absolute massive amount of plant stems with this method, and it makes sure that you're not wasting seeds. Their seeds are not sitting on a belt. Your Kindle vine's not sitting on a belt when it's actually running. You don't have to do this massive setup, but you could just do a couple of these, 2 or 3 of these, and probably still have plenty of stems, and you can kind of just expand it as you need more fuel, but you're not wasting any plant matter. That said, for the demo, this is probably way overkill. Yeah, there's a limited number. They're like in the problem is, and this is really a demo. It's not really a problem, because in the demo, there's only a limited number of seeds, same in alpha. And you can't make more. So if you wanted to maximize, this is the setup. Now, in the actual game, there's probably going to be a method to make more seeds. And when that happens, this setup will be useless, because you can just do a standard bunch of planters, bunch of threshers, and you just expand as much as you need. And that'll work just fine. Once you can make more seeds. But in the limited amount of seeds, this setup is designed to just completely maximize the few seeds that you have. So, but it's like overkill for the demo because, yeah, this is a lot. There's no way we can use all this fuel. All right, I'm gonna say this works. We're gonna hop on over to, I think, let me set it up. We'll hop over to the dedicated server and go check. Let's go be disappointed on the dedicated server for a little bit. Gotta use seeds and stems myself. Yeah. But a traditional setup for the threshers works totally fine in the demo. The same thing I did in the videos where you just do a bunch of planters, threshers. There's so many ways you can do it. It doesn't really matter in the demo because you can make more than enough. I was just like, I'm going to go my alpha self and go as big as I can. And then afterwards, I was like, I have no idea what to do with all of it. This is something that it needs to run. It's going to take time. And I think what I need to do as well, come back here and just expand, as I said, raw resources, give it more. And then go downstairs and make more components. That's kind of what I need to do. I'd like to do a fancier factory like I did. Where was it again? The scene from it, where was it? Here, the Techtonica clip. I can show you again one more time. This is from the Alpha Factory that I did. It was making everything. So I can't do this anymore because there's just not enough stuff. So with that, I'm going to, while that's showing off, I'm going to quickly switch over to Satisfactory. I'm going to go on to the dedicated server. And that factory was fun. I got other shots. I didn't set anything else up in OBS to show. I was going to do some stuff, but the video, when I moved around, that was 8 frames a second right there. 8 or 9. And it looks better than it does. Whenever you moved around, though, that 8 frames a second was very noticeable. And I was actually, I think I said it on Discord. I said, when I was playing this, because I had to play this for hours. And when I got up from the computer and got off and was walking around, real life felt like it was in high-speed refresh rate. And it was weird. And I can't connect to my dedicated server. Now I can just bring up Satisfactory. Hi, Techtonica. Show Satisfactory. Come on! There we go. Let me do a switch. Transition. Here we go. Join game. Let's go see. Let's go see what kind of mess Kaylani is causing. I know, Kaylani, you've probably got a lot of pasta to drop off because you say you have a container that's been filling up for a couple of days. But we can let Ed's factory run for a little bit. Yeah, I don't mind. I haven't had a problem until today. Normally, it never told me to retry connecting a few times. Normally, I just connect right away. I don't know what's up today. You restrained yourself and only deposited 50. Sure Ed's in bed right now, or is he still watching? It'd be funny, he comes on tomorrow and be like, how is there so many? What happened? I don't remember. It's like, how does the pasta do it so quick? It is taking its sweet time today. There we go. We're still hiding under the factory. What are we doing? That's progress. That's actually not bad at all. I mean, I know the cubes. 50 of the cubes are Kaylani's. But that's not bad at all for just a couple hours of streaming. Yeah, Ed's probably asleep by now. And I wasn't keeping him awake building a factory. Like the other day when we did the battery factory and I forced him to stay up late to help me. That's the hub. Man, I just get turned around. What I need to do, today was going to either be Tectonic or I was going to work on the aluminum factory that I was going to do, but the aluminum factory is so big, it's like I wouldn't even know where to start today. I was still trying to get, wow, somebody's Somebody's jacked the Explorers. They like took out all the fuel, took the tires off, left their toolbox, and just like left all the Explorers. Where'd the rims go? Seriously, what's up with this? Where's all the rims? Can I drive one? I feel like I feel like that'd be a bad idea if I jumped in one right now. Oh my goodness. Where'd all the rims go? We might actually go up to the Red Forest and yeah, someone's put them on the brake. I have no idea what happened there. I feel like though if I jump in one, it's gonna break the game and I'm gonna get Thanos snapped. But this isn't bad for a couple hours of stream. This thing will be finished in a day or two at this rate, easily. This is a lot faster than I thought it would be. We just started this, what, 3 hours ago? I mean, I know the cubes. All right, so Kaylani said he dropped 50 of these in, so these are going to take a while, which is not surprising. That's going to, looks like that one, and the cube's going to take a while. But yeah, that'll be a few days. That'll be a day or two. It could be. Yeah, if you do like one, I remember in my playthrough world, I have plans to punish Hellraiser because we're going to have to build huge factories once we get through the desert. Because I want to do a lot of that stuff. And I want to be able to finish this in like hours and not days. Because if you do like one machine, which it works, you put one machine on, you turn it on, you can let your factory run, and it takes like 70 or 80 hours for one machine running full time to finish some of these things. But if we can set it up, we'll do it in like 5 hours. We'll build a big factory. Who did this? Who did a checkerboard out of the pillars? Someone's messing up my hard road work. Someone got paint happy. All right, we're gonna have to try one of the stolen Explorers. This may be a really bad idea. It doesn't have any fuel in it. Are we gonna get the It's totally busted. I can't. Try another one. Nope, nope. They're all busted. Can't move it. Nope. They're broke. They're broke. Someone made sure they're all broke. Oh my goodness. The server needs a restart really bad. All right, let's go. Let's go to the Red Forest. I need to work on that a little bit anyway, so we can go take a look. We'll work on that for a few minutes, that mess. Or we'll go finish decorating the plastic factory. That'd be fine too. I need to run up to the cannon. I hope. Well, I don't know what that was. We had a server save lag. Would it work now? Can we do it now? Oh, we can. So it was just server lag. What is this? All right, I better hop out before it kills me. Oh no. Oh no, don't Thanos snap me. Oh, this happened to Sid. And I did something and it deleted his entire body and his inventory. The server needs a restart. Like seriously. Oh my goodness. I saw this happen with a truck and Sid. I caused him to get Thanos snapped. That was weird. I don't know what happened. Hopefully the hypertube airport's not going to be a bad idea. Don't go to the blue crater when the tick rate is low. Very, very bad idea. Very bad idea. But the red forest might not be too bad. So let's go. Yeah, I think we're okay. I did blue crater. It shoots you way up and killed me. The flying car from Harry Potter. Yeah. Oh, got it. Turn around. Stop. You're going too far. Oh, now we're gonna have to hoof it. Close. All right. So either A, I can work on this giant factory, or B, I'm going to be working on finishing decorating that plastic factory. So this factory I was working on to try to do like 9,500 aluminum ingots per minute, and it's going to be a monster. And I had to bring in a few trains. I'm trying to cram it in around these trees. You don't have to. I could delete all these trees, but it's kind of cool. Kind of working with nature a little bit. This is the train coming from the swamp, that big thing we tore at the start of the stream. This is where this one's going to come to, this big monster. And there's going to be a train station that comes from over here. There's more collecting all the bauxite over here, so there's a train that's going to run. There's a train track that runs all the way down the Red Forest, which I think I did a pretty good job clearing. Although I have to go out there and expand it, because it's not going to be fast enough. I think, is this one connected? Do we have power? Because it'd be cool to take a train out there. If I connect that ramp, it's powered. Pretty sure it's powered. We can actually drive out, because I actually need to expand. Yeah, I need to expand the truck station out at the other side of the Red Forest that I built, because I built it thinking the 600 per minute and 750 per minute line would be enough, but I'm not sure it's fast enough. So we need to actually that way also if I have someone else help out and take over, at least if I have the logistics set up, someone else will be able to do everything. Because I gotta also do recording more episodes. I've spent a lot of time on the dedicated server. Okay. This one should be able to get us out there. Let's do a train. Not this way. There we go. I had a lot of fun doing the pipes for that. I thought that looked really cool. And I designed it to be higher. I designed it for the pipes to be higher than the platform so they can kind of float in the air. So that when I set it up, I want pipes going a little bit everywhere. I want a little organized chaos for those red pipes. It's my homage to Amalia of the Sea. And her, like, update 3 or update 2 build or something. But I tried. Those ones are not destroyable. I can't delete them. I can't get rid of those things in the track. But everything else, I tried my best to keep the tree damage limited to around the tracks. And I found that if you get your inventory full, you can use the chainsaw and you'll only delete one thing that you're chainsawing. It won't actually do the area effect thing if your inventory is full. So I was able to, like, go through piecemeal a little bit at a time around the track and just delete what I wanted to keep the trees as close as possible. I don't know how in the world I'm going to expand this to 6 or 7. I built this with 3 in mind. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm going to do this today, but I am just looking at it. It was a lot of work. Did I have another belt? There's supposed to be 3 belts, isn't it? Oh, no, it's from over there. That one over there. That's right, there's 2. Because there's 2 Purim nodes, and there's I bet that spider's back. You guys want to see a spider? Or a stinger, not a spider. There's an alpha stinger somewhere over here. Since it's not powered, I bet he's here. I think he's an alpha. It's been days. He must have respawned. Nope. I'm surprised. Okay, well, I guess the stingers don't respawn. They should have. We don't have any powered factories over here. Scary. They're so mean in Update 6. Yeah, so this one, I've got it set to 750 because of the Mark V belt issue. Just like Mark II pipes. Because if the frame rate's below 60 frames per second, you lose some precision on Mark V belts. So I thought, well, if I just did 750, I don't have to worry about it. That extra 30. All right. So we're good. So I need to figure out how to expand this to 7. Because we need to split everything up, I think. I have to check the time. Maybe it won't be so bad. Let's drive the train back. I'll time it.
You want it?
No. Quick time it. See what's going on. And timer, stopwatch. Reset. And start. We'll see what happens. Because if I do 7, it's 600 belts. I think I only have about 5 minutes of round trip time. So if it's longer than 5 minutes, it's not going to keep up. And we'll lose throughput. At 300, which is what I did with the swamp, which is why that train is so big, we get about 10 minutes, a little over 10 minutes. So that was why it's so big. So I was thinking, though, I think I timed this before, and I thought that I'm probably going to have to expand it. But I hadn't done it since I built it. So I don't remember. Although it might be fine. We're getting back pretty quickly. And it'll probably run faster if I'm not driving, because the trains run slower when you're around a little bit. It's going pretty quickly right now, though. I don't think I'll be building it tonight, though. I think the stream has gotten tired. We're down on viewers, so we might end early today. What's this? We're a minute 26? I think we'll be okay. I might not need to expand it. I think if I have a loop set up here, it might need an extra few seconds in that 25 second. That will have that 25 second stop. So yeah, if I can make it there in 2 minutes, then we leave a minute for stops at both stations. Yeah, we'll be fine. Maybe we'll be fine. All right. It might be fine. All right. I think we're going to call it there today. I think everybody's tired. It's 8:30. We've been running about 3.5 hours. We've done lots of things today. So I think this is a good spot to end. I'll try to plan out what we're going to do for next Monday. I think we'll probably be doing... I'm not sure. We'll do Satisfactory. Maybe we could also try Dyson Sphere Astroneer. That'd be fun to do something different. Thanks for streaming. Yeah, thanks, Kalani, for watching. Hellraiser, Ed, everyone that watched. Max, when you were here. Boozsha, everybody that showed up. Thank you so much for watching. We'll do something, we'll stick to more one theme next week. I'm not sure yet. We'll talk on the Discord what we want to do next Monday. Wow, you two are here, but the stream's only telling me there's like one person left. That's what I was saying. I think everybody's gotten tired. It dropped off after Techtonica. Which is fine. I would be ending the stream probably in the next 15, 20 minutes anyways. So it's all good. We checked what we needed to do. Got a lot of day. We will talk on Discord and plan for what we want to do next week. All right, that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I don't have an overlay for saying stream's ending. I'll try to add one for next week. Peace out. Yes, good night. Good night, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whoever you might be, wherever you might be. I'll see you on Discord. Hellraiser's probably going straight to